Series, and now we are ready for hockey, so it begins. Game one, the Blackhawks and the Flames, Pat Nettie on Comcast Sportsnet right now.
Chapter 1 of the 2008 Chicago Blackhawks season was simply titled, One Goal. A story of expectations, no exceptions. Compete.
Oh, happy booing!
And you will be rewarded. After an 82-page journey, mission accomplished. Playoff hockey has returned to the West Side. Tonight, it's a new chapter for Joel's crew. Youth versus experience. The time has come to turn the page as a new story is ready to begin. The Stanley Cup Playoffs. Next on Comcast Sportsnet.
Springtime in Chicago, a wonderful time of year, and the United Center will be busy. It'll be packed tonight to the rafters, 22,000 plus for Stanley Cup playoff hockey. A home game on television. It's in high def from the good folks at Sylvania. It's game one of the best of seven, the Blackhawks and the Calgary Flames. Welcome in, everybody. Pat Nettie, glad to have you with us for Chicago Blackhawk hockey. They talk about the difference between regular season and playoffs. Hawks swept the Flames 4-0, outscored them 19-7. What relevance does that have now?
Not a whole heck of a lot. I think the games are a lot closer, Pat, between the Hawks and the Calgary Flames in the regular season. I think the one thing you do is you take on tendencies. You're able to see how teams forecheck, how they defend on the power play. So those are the little things you take. But you know what? Those are all out the window. It's playoff time.
And a time when everybody talks about experience. That certainly favors Calgary in this series. You played as a rookie, you played as a wily veteran in the playoffs. What did you learn? What is this young Hawk team going to learn?
Well, I think initially the young players on the Blackhawk team, you talk about how important experience is I think that the young players for the Blackhawks will realize the rink shrinks come playoff time. You have to be able to go through it. You can have people tell you about it. You can talk about the intensity. But the rink gets smaller, so quicker decisions with the puck, and it's for keeps. Goal scorers got to block shots. Grinders have to be able to chip in and score some goals. So everything is for keeps. Everything is harder. You got to do the little things in order to have success. So I think the young players for the Blackhawks will find out very quickly this is what it's all about.
It is what it's all about, and we take our Kia inside look at the opponent, which features one of the great power forwards. But when you look at this series, what about key elements of it?
Well, take the goaltending out of it, because if you don't have it, you're not going to win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But for me, the matchup I am going to watch is going to be key. It's Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook, the two best defensive defensemen for Joe Quenneville and the Blackhawks, against one of the premier power forwards in all the National Hockey League in Jarome Iginla. Second this year on his team in goals behind Michael Camilleri. He can skate. He can score. He has a physical presence. He doesn't mind dropping his gloves as well. Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook, for the most part, the way Joe Quenneville has coached all season long, is those guys will be out there as much as he can against Jarome Iginla. Pat, all it takes is that one time for a coach to get his best players on the ice when it's advantageous in that situation. Forget the game. That could be the difference between winning the round and taking on the next step to take on the Stanley Cup.
Oh, folks, this is going to be fun. Patrick Sharp is back in the Blackhawk lineup this evening as he returns from an injury. He'll go up against Iggy and the Flames. And the Blackhawks will be led out of the ice by that man, Nikolai Habibulin. When we return, turn up the volume. Let's get the neighbors awakened. This national anthem is good.
Right now, you can get 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. It's our delicious, freshly sliced classic roast beef piled high on a hot toasted bun. Stop by today and pick up 5 Arby's regulars for the amazing price of just $5.95. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Morning, Mike.
Morning, Bill.
Morning.
Morning.
I think I might need some better brakes.
You need our Midas Secure Stop brake service.
Really?
Yeah, Exceptional stopping power combined with the security of a 55-point brake inspection.
And the pads are lifetime guaranteed.
So next time this one.
That's why we call it Secure Stop.
Trust the Midas touch.
All rights to this telecast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Chicago Blackhawks is expressly prohibited. Tomorrow, Paul Konerko and the White Sox are back in the Sunshine State to take on Evan Longoria and the Tampa Bay Rays in HD. Coverage begins at 6 with Don't Go White Sox pregame live. White Sox Rays in HD tomorrow at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Every weeknight at 5:30, only one show covers Chicago sports the right way. Chicago Tribune Live. Join host David Kaplan in a nightly roundtable. Chicago Tribune Live. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Last week, if you weren't watching Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet, here's what you missed.
Verstegen breakaway. His second chance to win it here. He scores! Chris Verstegen shoots one and a save rebound. Hobie Bull in a second save. Here's Taves. He scores! Jonathan Taves. There's a long breakaway pass. Here's Seabrook. Getting to the net. He scores! Brent Seabrook.
Blackhawks hockey in high definition on Comcast Sportsnet. Brought to you by Sylvania.
Welcome back to the United Center as the Hawks and the Flames get ready for game one. And the Blackhawks also creating a welcome tonight to one of the newest athletes in town. That's Jay Cutler, who came out to drop the ceremonial face-off and was greeted, of course, rather warmly. It won't be that way the first time there's a pick, but that's all right. That's part of the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Kindly remove all hats for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem. And then please remain standing to join organist Frank Pellico and soloist Jim Cornelison for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
You think these people are ready? They've been waiting for this for 7 years. Nikolai Habibulin is ready too. He's in the last 4 games he's played, he's faced 103 shots and only 5 went in. Opposed tonight by, as he will be all series, by Mika Kiprasov. Those 45 wins led the National Hockey League. The record is 48, so he had a terrific year. In fact, he had every victory the Flames owned, with the exception of 1. The referees tonight are Eric Furlad and Wes McCauley, the linesman Scott Driscoll, and Mark Wheeler.
Well, this first period of Chicago Blackhawk hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Chicago.com.
Certainly, Eddie, one of the questions for a young team, can you get overmanned? How do you control your emotions in the first shift or 2?
I think it's just keeping it simple. Red line it in, dump it in, get your feet wet, get some bodies on, and get your feet and your legs into the game. Don't get caught standing around.
The series is underway as Paulson tried to clear it, didn't get out. Again, look through it down low. Rennie Bork got help from Jokinen, and then Bork had a stick lifted. Nice play by Duncan Keith to steal. Certainly, Joel Quenneville is talking to him before the game today, and certainly the first 6 minutes, you will likely see every Blackhawk player get a shift. He wants to get everybody in the game early. That's what he does in the regular season too, but certainly tonight, you want to let everybody get a taste of it as quickly as you can. Now they fight in the corner. It winds up back with Keith. A long shot never got through. Taves in the corner, in behind for Havlat. Artie Havlat comes back to the deep slot. Hjalmarsson will clear it in deep. And the Flames, Bertuzzi, able to get the puck out to center ice. Camilleri tipped it forward. Hjalmarsson rings it around for Campbell. This pass winds up back at center. Adrian Aucoin. Much toil here for the Blackhawks. Checked by Taves.
Sorry, Pat. It just seems like the puck is sticking a lot out there. It just seems like the puck is just not moving as quick as you would think. So I think early on, sometimes it just happens. You get sticky ice and the puck doesn't move as quick as you think. So can't take anything for granted.
Now the Flames got it out in front. A shot deflected off the mark. Comes into the corner and in behind for Glenn Cross. He tried to center hit the back of the net. Now it comes loose. And a pass misses Vandermeer. They'll have to regroup.
Well, 2 guys on the ice for the Calgary Flames, Curtis Glencross and David Moss. I thought they were best players during the regular season against the Blackhawks. They did not get a lot of ice time here. A good opportunity in their first shift this year in the playoffs.
Icing here. And you question the ice, Eddie, and it seems that even the players are having a little bit of difficulty there.
We've had about 4 or 5 guys kind of blow a tire, and there's Joel Quenneville. Last year, a 17-point improvement from the previous year. This year, 17 more points on top of last year's great improvement. And there's the head coach, a former Blackhawk bench boss, Mike Keenan. And you saw on the bottom there, a Stanley Cup winner with the New York Rangers back in '94.
One of the cogs in that wheel was Ed Olczyk. Here's a long shot. Oh, that just missed the far post as Kiprasov didn't seem to see it. And the puck is cleared back to center ice. Lundmark put it in, then a backhand shot never got to the goal from Nystrom. Here's a shot by Leopold, sticked away by Habibulin with his first stop of the game. Campbell fires a long pass, was behind Havlat. And now the Flames look to start back. That rush broken up by Duncan Keith. Now Dion Phaneuf. His play was a little sporadic during the course of the season. Fine player when he's on his game. This fight along the boards. Lines up with the puck into the corner. 4 players battle. Then Iginla came up with it. Fought off a check. Dug loose by Bork. Rennie Bork against Sammy Paulson. Bork to the forehand. Turns in with a wraparound. That shot was blocked as Keith got his stick in the way of that attempt. And the puck cleared back the other way. It'll be icing here against Chicago.
Well, good work by Rennie Bork, and this play all started, as you mentioned, Pat, the stick of Brent Seabrook. It was lost, so that gave Jerome McGinley an opportunity and got support from Rennie Bork. But look what ends up happening. Stop it right here. Look at it on the far side. Look at Jerome McGinley all by himself. 2 Blackhawk players going over to Rennie Bork. If Bork takes an extra step out, Pat, and throws it across, McGinley's got a wide open net. But I think that's the area that the Calgary Flames would like to exploit, is down below the goal line and try to really bang bodies against a Blackhawk defenseman. Hawks not able to make that change.
A long shot and a save by Javi Bull. The rebound laid momentarily for Bertuzzi, who had a pretty good whack at it. And Javi Bullen with his best sequence of saves early.
The Hawks ice the puck, not able to make that change, so Calgary makes a quick change. Turnover by Brent Seabrook, a shot from the point, and Todd Bertuzzi with a great opportunity. Look where he is. He's in between Nikolai Hobby-Bullen and Duncan Keith. He gets that body position, and no second chance for Bertuzzi. You look at the numbers during the regular season for Nikolai Hobby-Bullen.
And we have a pane of glass broken. Yes, I believe, or at least there's a replacement needed. So there will be a slight delay here. And we mentioned early that the Blackhawks had their way with the Flames during the regular season series. They outscored them 19-7. But there were a couple of those games, and Jerome McGinley pointed this out today, that there were a couple of those games where really the elements conspired against Calgary. There was a game they came in here to the United Center and had played the night before. They had a couple injuries. There were a game or two out of those 4 where really the Flames had very little chance.
Right.
So they take that as a positive in the way they look at things. But that man, talking to Duncan Keith today, and you mentioned that 2 and 7 for Chicago are going to be on the ice when 12 is on the ice for Calgary all series long, if Quenneville can get it that way. Talking about power forwards, Duncan Keith said it's Ovechkin, it's McGinley. There may be 1 and 1A, but right. I mean, Jerome McGinley is that good, as you pointed out earlier. He can do it all, and he is a great, great star.
And he has that ability not only to be a great goal scorer, Pat, but he can distribute the puck. He can be able to make plays to find open people. And as a defender, when you're trying to stop a guy like Jerome McGinley, you not only have to respect the shot, but also his passing ability. There's a world-class player that doesn't mind the rough stuff as well.
Their goal-scoring leader during the season is Camilleri in behind. He had 39, but this puck escapes him. And the Hawks clear it out to center ice. The coin up at the kid party. Now Bertuzzi tried to work a little give and go. Held in momentarily by Langkow, then he lost it. And Christopher Stieg got help from Brouwer, who's ridden toward the Calgary bench. And that's ruled to be an offside play, so a number of stoppages here early on.
Pat, you asked me that question at the start about just, kind of getting into the game, and you made mention of just how tight checking everything will happen in the playoffs, regardless of the time of the game. It's important, especially early. Redlining it, get the puck in, get the legs moving, get some bodies. Might not pay a price short term, but long series, 7-game series, might pay a price down the road.
Vandermeer fires it off the boards, was hit hard by Eager as he did that. Adam Burge playing center on this line with Eager and Patrick Sharp, who's back in the Hawk lineup tonight. Bobby Bullen out to play it to Seabrook, who goes up right wing to Sharp. He sends Burge up the ice. Now here's Eager gloving it down to the stick. And then was checked but held the puck. Eager. Now with a long shot and a save. Good screen provided by Sharp, and Kiprasov at the last moment able to make the stop with no rebound.
It looked like Ben Eager, Pat, wanted to make a play here. Left part of your screen. Now watch what ends up happening. There's Eager. He's going to go make a play, and then he just kind of fans over it, goes over the top where the puck stops, but he does the right thing. Just get it to the net, and I love what Patrick Sharp did. He went to the front of the net and stopped in front. If there's any rebound on Mika Kiprasov, Sharpie would get an opportunity, but a good, smart play there by Ben Eager.
Face-off win here for Paulson, and it's shot around by Keith. And Bork for the Flames cleared it out of there. That'll be sent back into Chicago territory. Turn around, but again was there, but he failed to pick it up cleanly. And the Hawks come out. Bufflin up the right wing boards. Routed in behind a Ladd. He tried to get it to the front of the net, but it's deflected. And Iginla will clear it back to Jokinen, clears it back into the Hog zone. Jerome Iginla to the corner. Put it out in front. The pass deflected to Camilleri, and then it's gloved by Javi Bulin, who will take a whistle.
Well, Eric Nestorenko and Murray Bannerman have just committed to attend the second annual Chicago Blackhawks convention, July 17th to 19th at the Hilton Chicago. Weekend passes and hotel rooms are still available, but they're moving quick. To purchase your passes and hotel rooms, visit chicagoblackhawks.com or call 312-455-7000.
All right, now the draw. In behind the Hawk goal. Centering pass. Oh, it just missed Linecow, who was stationed at the top of the crease. Taves able to get it out of there. And the Flames, Bertuzzi puts it right back in. Jonathan Taves finds Matt Walker. Back to Taves' stick. He'll carry it in. Taves going wide. Shoots one off the tip of the glove of Kiprasov. Now Kane picked it up. Havlat in the corner. In behind to Taves. Looks for Havlat. Now Kane with a whack, but he was well covered. And the Flames get it back out of the zone. All right, now Campbell carries it up the ice. Hjalmarsson's bank pass didn't connect. Leopold couldn't get it out. Here's Havlat into the corner. Artie Havlat looking for help from Chris Versteeg. And finally it's gathered by Bolin. Versteeg then was checked. And the Flames look to regroup. And out they come. Conroy will send it deep. And a Partier checked along the boards. Now taken by Campbell. And the kid Hjalmarsson in his first NHL playoff game, but he played the last 20 games for the Hawks during the regular season. And Campbell carries away. Tees up a blast. A blocker saved by Kiprasov. The Flames get the carom, and back they come. But Roy was checked right at the Hawk line. Then it's shot into Chicago bench. So with 7 minutes gone by, we'll take our first break. The Hawks and the Flames scoreless early.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't do commercials. It's not my thing.
Conan, this is different. It's a ton of money, and it's only going to be seen in Sweden.
Only in Sweden?
All the Hollywood guys do this.
This one commercial couldn't hurt.
Bud Light.
Vroom, vroom, der party starter.
Vroom, vroom, party starter.
That wasn't me.
Hey, Conan. Vroom, vroom, party starter.
Party starter.
There are some things only a truck can do. When you need one, you need one. But when you choose one, know this: Toyota quality saves money. Toyota trucks are so well made, they cost less to own than any other trucks in their classes. And now quality saves you even more with 0% financing for 60 months or $4,500 cash back on Tundra. Or choose $1,500 cash back on Tacoma. Hurry, offers end May 4th. Toyota, a great way to keep moving forward.
It's a day filled with mixed emotions.
This is a special opportunity, and I feel very fortunate to be here today.
How many wins, partner?
9 consecutive for the Chicago Blackhawks, an all-time Chicago record.
Well, Brent Seabrook on Dan Cleary, a little payback from the hit. Cleary the other night on Patrick Kane.
Total save by Javi Bulin. Big save, Javi Bulin on Zetterberg. The veteran Javi Bulin looking to win it for the Hawks. He does! Well, when that man took over, his team, after his ascension to the bench, 23 games over 500. 45, 22, and 11 after he grabbed the reins.
And I think the one thing that the Hawks have gotten has been consistency in goal. Nikolai Khabibulin, as well as Cristobal Ue. You don't have it, you have no shot. And that's really where it all starts, Pat. And I think when the team struggled at times, the goaltending was there. It's such an important part.
Big check by Andrew Ladd, and the Hawks able to force the puck loose. Bufflin dropped it back, and now Keith. Trying to put it to the stick of Bufflin, but it hit his skates, and the Hawks will have to regroup. Well, Seabrook, a good hit on Rene Bourque. That's I think the biggest difference, anyway, when they talk about the difference between regular season and postseason. When you get to the playoffs, every time there's a hit available, somebody's going to take it. Sometimes in the regular season, those are bypassed, but you get a chance to put a shoulder into somebody now, you take it. Hawks trying to work the corner. Kane came up with it. Dropped it to Barker, whose shot is wide. Camilleri able to pick it up against Walker. And Camilleri made a good pass. Here comes Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi into the zone. Now here's a long shot. That went off the side of the net. Langkow then dropped it back along the boards. And it winds up in the corner. Camilleri tried to center one. That didn't connect with Langkow. Drops back to Leopold. Long shot. Tip, good save. To the line. It was saved. It might have been Taves that saved the goal. Oh, that was behind Javi Buller. Was going to go in. Here's Kane. And he shot it just off the blocker of Kiprasov. Oh, the Hawk captain might have kept this game scoreless with an alert stick. Now back come the Flames. Glencross put it in front. Here's the shot. And a save by Javi Buller on Conroy. Rebound. They score. It was deflected in from the top of the crease. And Moss, I believe, has put Calgary in front. Well, David Moss, who just had a spectacular year, had 20 goals for the Flames, opens the series scoring.
Well, there you see the little push-off in front of the net on Nicholas Hjalmarsson. That created the opportunity for Craig Conroy. And then again, look where Moss is, Pat. He gets in between Hjalmarsson and Javi Buller. It's the second or third time Blackhawk defenders have allowed the forwards for the Calgary Flames to get inside position. You got to make sure, if you're a Blackhawk defender, could be a defenseman, could be a forward, you got to make sure that there's separation. You have to be in between the Calgary Flame forward and Nikolai Javi Buller. Two good chances for the Flames on those particular plays, and Moss gives the Flames an early 1-0 lead.
Right now, Seabrook. The left wing boards to Troy Brouwer, who got it out of there. And Amir pounds it back in, and Calgary heads for a change. Out comes Keith. Kiprasov for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi's rinked wide. Ooh, that was red and nearly picked off by Sharp, but it went out of play. Patrick Sharp rejoining the Hawk lineup after missing the last 5 games of the year with an injury. And out of the last 28 games for the Hawks during the regular season, Sharpie only was able to play in 7 of them. So now he did well in those 7 games, had 3 goals, 3 assists, but he's still trying to get his legs underneath him. Talked to him this morning, and he feels that he is in good shape and good enough to play. Probably not at optimum level. He begins the game tonight with, as we said, Burrish and Eager on the Hawks' 4th line. Here's battle in behind. Bertuzzi came up with it, tried to center. Good positioning by Walker that time. And Sharp got it out. He looked to complete a change as they send it back in. And Barker turns it over to the right side and jumped away from Kane. Leopold back. Jordan Leopold, one of the trade deadline acquisitions for general manager Darryl Sutter. The injuries they had to their defense corps, he really came at an opportune time. They were really banged up late in the year. All right, here comes Havlat into the zone. Got it to Campbell, who was hit hard by Fanuc. Floats over top of the net to Kane. Patrick Kane is checked. Flames win the puck. And Moss got it to Glencross. Moss will send it in, and again they'll change. Right now the Hawks get a breakout underway. Here comes Bolin. Gets the line. David Bolin to Troy Brouwer. Into his forehand. Now left it on the board for Stieg. He's hit hard. Puck is cleared out to center ice.
That was Tim Vandermeer that finishes checking Chris Stieg.
Flames get it back in. A centering pass from Nyserp goes all the way through. Leopold shot gobbled up by Javi Buller. So already some extracurriculars after a whistle, and you can expect that to be happening quite often. The Flames have the lead.
When 21 leading vodkas were judged in an independent blind tasting by the New York Times, which vodka was voted the hands-down favorite? Clearly, Smirnoff. Please drink responsibly.
When you see all the detail, you see the game come alive like never before. The Sylvania HD LCD TV, available at these stores.
A renegade agent on a mission to stop lifeless economy cars from unleashing a devastating wave of boredom. Its codename Lancer from Mitsubishi. Armed with a fuel-efficient Maybach 4-cylinder engine, a highly advanced 40-gig navigation system, and Bluetooth connectivity. The 2009 Mitsubishi Lancer, out to save the world from global blending.
The perfect pomegranate martini in every pour. Clearly delicious. Clearly Smirnoff. Enjoy responsibly.
Go get them, guys. You are the best young team in this league and going to be a best young team for a long time. You can put the Blackhawks on the board. Yes, go get that cup.
Well, thanks, Hawkaroo.
Where was Stoney?
Yeah, he's kind of a hockey fan.
Maybe that's the next period.
All right, Flames win a draw. They've done pretty well in that department here in the early part of this game. Paulson, though, able to backhand a good pass to Keith. Steps in. Just missed Ladd with the feed, though. Anders Eriksson has trouble in behind. Paulson came up with it and was taken down. They battle away, and Ladd's got the puck. Now Paulson dropped it to Seabrook. Trying to send it around the boards. Bufflin. Sandwiched along the wall. Paulson dropped it to Seabrook. His long blast never got through. And now the Flames able to regain control. Into the Hog zone. Iginla. Use a little stutter step move. He's still got the puck, put it behind, touched out in front, then came back to Bork. And Bork is checked. And now the puck chased down by Duncan Keith, who clears it to center and Ladd, who will get it in, looking to complete a chain. Dion Phaneuf cleared it to center ice. Now a pass off the stick of Bertuzzi and out of play.
Quick little adjustment there by Joe Quenneville, moving Patrick Sharp up with Dave Bolin and Chris Versteeg for this last shift. Let's go back to the great play by Jonathan Toews, saving that shot from the point. The puck is going in, and a quick stick by the captain. Watch the Calgary Flames here, Pat, on their forecheck. The puck is going to be dumped in, but watch how they sit right back. Stop it right here. This player doesn't challenge. He stays back. So if you're the Blackhawks, you have to start taking that ice. Take that ice. Don't pass the puck into traffic. It seems like if there's not sustained forecheck by the Calgary Flames, if there's only one man in, the other four guys are just going to stay right back. So it's important that the Blackhawk defensemen skate with the puck. Don't pass the puck into traffic.
Conroy cleared it ahead, or Langkow did. A chance for Bertuzzi, and he's greeted nicely in the zone by Barker. Then carried on a long shot into the glove of Hoppy Bull. Good save, and I'll tell you, we talk about net presence a lot, and the Flames have been terrific in that department here in the first 13 minutes.
And there's been a little subtle bumping as well, Pat, on Nikolai Hoppy-Bull. And at the end of this play, Michael Camilleri goes to the net. Here's a 39 goal scorer. Right there, a little bit of a push, Pat, just enough, let them know you're there. And there Patrick Sharp gives Camilleri a shot. When you get to this stage, you see somebody kind of bump into your goaltender. You can't take liberties on a guy there. You don't want to be taking one of those penalties. You just push a little bit, and you know what? Get down there 200 feet away from your goaltender and do the same type of thing. So, smart play by Camilleri, and then Sharp came in and gave him a quick little shot. But expect that from the Calgary Flames all series long.
The Hawks certainly want to improve upon, at least the way it's gone in the early part of this game. Then Cross works a little give and go. Moss the line. That's an offside play. And the whistle sounds. Let's take a look at our U.S. Cellular text poll question for tonight. The unsung hero. There's always an X factor in these series. You can put your answer to a 94597. And Eddie, you talked about Sharp using good restraint there, not get, you give him a little nudge, but don't do anything foolish.
Right.
And Joel Quenneville's been making that point routinely over the last couple of days with his players. The second guy always gets caught. If you have a situation with somebody you want to make amends with, you'll get time to do that, but don't do it now. Do it later.
Exactly. It's like when my brother used to be going for the cookie jar. Should be a penalty
and
here.
Go right on a play.
Yes,
it did. The first penalty of the game goes to Mika Kiprasov.
He'd go for the first batch of cookies. My mom wasn't around, then I'd go and I'd get caught. So don't want to retaliate is the message there. Be smart so the Hawks will get an opportunity here. Mika Kiprasov airmails this right into the neshing in behind. Not deflected. So the Hawks with an opportunity in the first power play of the playoffs to lay a game against Mika Kiprasov.
Mika Kiprasov did not play in the last game of the year for the Calgary Flames. That is like a 2-week vacation for him. There were only 6 games all year where he didn't play. I mean, you talk about a workhorse. Wow. And he, I'm sure, is refreshed entering this series. And here's Patrick Kane on the first power play. Hawks finished the year 2 out of the last 33. Over 9 games, they had only 2 power play goals. Taves dropped it back to Barker. He'll bring it. And a blocker save by Kiprasov. And the puck cleared back the other way by the Flames. Now Barker, who didn't have a point in his last 10 games. Here's Taves moving in. Barker able to keep that in the zone. Taves against Phaneuf in the corner. Puck jump loose on the boards, and Moss with it. They'll have a 2-on-2. Moss with Lindcross. They'll just send it deep, wanting a change.
Calgary Flames without, I believe, Pat, their 2 top defensive defensemen, and Corey Sarich and Robin Regeer, both out. The Blackhawks should be able to exploit a very good penalty-killing team over the course of the regular season.
There's Erickson trying to eat this in the corner. He's surrounded by red sweaters. And the Hawks come out of there with it. And they did, but Versteeg's hot pass was out of the reach, and Bolin has to scurry back.
Bolin on the point here with Campbell on this second unit.
And David Bolin carries it in there. Bolin chipped it around the boards. It missed Versteeg. Comes back to Havlat. He whiffed on a shot attempt. Return quickly, being pressured by Bork, who took it away. Now a short-handed bid for the Flames is fired wide. Dustin Byfuglien dumps it. Hawks are changing those, so not much puck retrieval opportunity here. And it bounces center to Conroy. Greg Conroy. 2 Hawks got to him. Finally the puck taken away by Ladd. But that finishes the power play, and both teams are at full strength. Burrish tapped it in. Vandermeer back. Now Iginla pushed it to center ice. And Seabrook looks for Burrish, who's playing center ice tonight. And now the Flames move forward. Get it into the zone, a backhand shot, and a save by Hobby Will gave it right to the middle of the ice, but a shot wide by Jokinen. And finally Seabrook made a good pass to Kane. Up with Havlat. Artie Havlat to the middle. Offside is the call. And now a coin gives Havlat a face full of glove. That's the type of thing that Joel Quenneville was trying to tell his team not to do. And a coin, it appears, will get away with this one in the early part of the series. 4 minutes remain in the first, and Calgary with the 1-goal lead.
Power, agility, control, for whatever the road throws your way. The IS from Lexus. Lease the 2009 IS 250 all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months with $3549 due at signing at your Lexus dealer.
Whether you're man or mutant, Papa John's knows you'll love the new XL Extreme Cheese Pizza. Extra large, 30% larger than Papa John's large. Extra cheesy, nearly 1 pound of cheese. And an extremely good value, just $11.99. Call or click papajohns.com. It's easy. The XL Extreme Cheese Pizza, only $11.99. See the first movie event of the summer, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, only in theaters.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Thanks. All right, no problem.
Wait.
Bill,
Jane.
how are you?
Good, you?
See all the ways we're here to help at harrisbankhelps.com.
Welcome back. This is the 4th meeting in the playoffs between these two franchises, and I certainly remember the top 1981 series because that's the first playoff series I ever did, and Willie Plett ended that series with an overtime goal against Tony Esposito in 1981. With the 89 series, that was Calgary's victory over Chicago on their way to winning the Stanley Cup. And after that series in 89, they've only won another series one time. That's when they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in 04. But other than those 3 victories in 04, they've never won another playoff series after 1989. Bouncing puck sticked away by Javi Booth. And a penalty is going to be called here, apparently against Chicago. And yes, referee McCauley goes over to check with Damon Langkow, and it looks like it might be a 4-minute penalty.
I think it was Jonathan Taves in behind the play.
Chicago. Double minor, 4 minutes. High sticking.
There's Jonathan Taves. There's the stick. Damon Langkow right in the face. A 4-minute penalty. As we heard referee Wes McCauley.
The Flames power play didn't get a goal their last 10 games. They were nothing out of 43, but a wonderful chance here late in the first. Another touch pass, and Camilleri walks in, he shoots, and he shot it wide, and it went all the way out of the zone. Knuth and a coin have a Ginla, Camilleri out in front along with Jokinen. Seabrook looks to clear, Burish fending off a checker, dropped it back to Seabrook. Now Keith with time. Oh, and he couldn't get it out. Good hold by a coin to Ginla. Stripped away, then taken back by Jokinen. Ole Jokinen, Jerome Ginla, Camilleri front of the net, or Bertuzzi is. They tried to get the puck there. It bounced to Jokinen. He dropped it to a coin, who fired it well wide. Now Bertuzzi had it taken away by Keith. Good pass to Seabrook.
The Hawks dodge a bullet there after the giveaway by Duncan Keith. Makes amends by making a great patient play there. Passed the puck in front of his own net to Brent Seabrook.
Helmson has to chase back. Oh, that's going to be ruled. Oh, was hit with a high stick. So that's the reason for the stoppage.
Well, on Saturday, Harry Carey's Tavern in Wrigleyville presents Stanley Cup Playoff Towel Night. The first 20,000 fans will receive a red rally towel. Make sure you go to Harry Carey's Tavern to watch all the Chicago Blackhawks road playoff games. Game 3 is Monday night at 8:30. Make sure you get out there early and enjoy all the festivities at Harry Carey Tavern in Wrigleyville.
Jordan Leopold rolled it to center, and no, it'll be dumped into the Hawk zone. Chalmerson tipped it up the boards. Big battle in the corner, and it's dug out of there by Langkow. Now Knuth, or I should say Leopold snuck toward the net, drops back to the point. Moss with the puck. In behind the give and go, didn't get back to Moss, and the Hawks steal and clear. Anders Eriksson is playing his first game of the year with the Calgary Flames. He's going off for a change here. And the Flames get it into the Hawk zone. Jokinen trying to go up the middle. Couldn't get rid of the shot, though. It jumped loose to Seabrook. His clearing attempt hit Sharp, but he got it out. And we get down to 70 seconds remaining in the opening period. Another rush broken up beautifully by Duncan Keith, taking it away from Camilleri.
1 minute.
Ibrasov tries on breakout pass. Again, able to capture as the Hawks were changing. Stick handled beautifully. Finally lost it to Keith. .40 ticks to go. Lundmark to Bertuzzi. He was standing still when he got the puck, but in goes Bork. Ring around, chased by Sharp. Couldn't get it beyond a coin, but a second chance he does. And one last rush in this period for the Calgary power play. Bertuzzi splits the checkers, gets into the zone, goes wide. He's going to get a chance, put it out in front. Oh, and two Flames missed it with an open side of the net. Back come the Hawks. Paulson on wrister handled by Kiprasov, and that will finish the opening period. But the Calgary Flames came awfully close to doubling their lead.
Well, it was Todd Bertuzzi going down those left wings. Got Matt Walker to freeze, and then he got to the outside. Watch the play between the legs, just throwing it, and two Flames skate by it. And then Rennie Bork with a wide open net, and this puck is rolling. Watch what happens. It's rolling, it's bouncing a little bit, and goes right past Rennie Bork as Hjalmarsson goes down to try to play goal as Hobby Bullen was anticipating that pass. Or excuse me, he was anticipating the shot. He went down. Nice play there by Bertuzzi, and a real, besides that part there, Pat, a real strong penalty kill to the end of that period by the Hawks. See if they can use that and build some momentum.
Basically, I would say zero scoring chances, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
absolutely. 3.5+ minutes. All right, the Flames outshoot the Hawks 10-5 in the first, and they've got the only goal from David Moss. 1-0 Calgary at the end of one.
Blackhawks playoff hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by American Chartered Bank, the bank for your business. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Right now, you can get 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. It's our delicious, freshly sliced classic roast beef piled high on a hot toasted bun. Stop by today and pick up 5 Arby's regulars for the amazing price of just $5.95. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Tomorrow, Paul Konerko and the White Sox are back in the Sunshine State to take on Evan Longoria and the Tampa Bay Rays in HD. Coverage begins at 6 with Gulfco White Sox pregame live. White Sox Rays in HD tomorrow at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. As the Blackhawks charge through the playoffs, only one network is there every step of the way. Comcast Sportsnet. The best pre- and post-game shows. The best looking and clearest sounding playoff broadcast.
Right to the goal, to the backhand. He scores! Barker centered one, a shot, they score! And that is the hat trick.
And the most in-depth coverage every night on Sports Night. Comcast Sportsnet. The ultimate playoff destination for your Chicago Blackhawks.
Cubs baseball all season long on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. White Sox baseball all season long on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Monsters in the Morning Encore, weeknights at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Hi, everyone. Pat Boyle back at our Comcast Sportsnet studios. Welcome to Sports Night Intermission Live, brought to you by Sylvania. We'll have more from the United Center in just a bit, but first, a programming reminder for you. We have the entire first round of the Blackhawks Flames series right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Our coverage starts at 6:30 with Sports Night on Saturday night. At 7 o'clock, an hour-long pregame live from the United Center, getting you set for the opening face-off at 8. The series then heads west to Calgary for Game 3 Monday and Game 4 on Wednesday. Again, all the games can be seen right here on Comcast Sportsnet. And while I'm sure you'll cherish this run for the Cup, you won't forget New Year's Day, when we had one of the greatest events in the history of Chicago sports and the Blackhawks franchise. The 2009 NHL Winter Classic at Wrigley Field was a day to remember, and now you have a chance to own a piece of history. The making of the 2009 Winter Classic. Welcome to the Frozen Confines DVD is available now at Chicagoland Best Buy stores. That's going to do it from here. Coming up next, we head back to the United Center for highlights and reaction to the first period of action. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs right here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Sylvania High Definition LCD TV. You must see hockey in stunning high definition.
When you see all the detail, you see the game come alive like never before. The Sylvania HD LCD TV, available at these stores.
Dames en heren, we gaan beginnen!
Exceptionally brewed for a taste that's pure Amsterdam. Amstel Light, one damn good beer.
What's your idea of financial security?
My idea of financial security? Enough for an early retirement.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Helping my grandkids with college.
Protection for my new driver.
At Country Financial, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Welcome back to the first period intermission with Blackhawks trailing Calgary 1-0 in Game 1. Chris Bowden outside the Blackhawks locker room with Patrick Sharp. What'd you like? What didn't you like about that first period?
Well, I think you saw it was what to be expected. Both teams came out hard. A lot of physical play, but maybe the nerves got the best of us. I think we played better second half of the period, got the big penalty kill, and try and carry it over in the second period.
How was the locker room before the game, and how were things out on the ice? You mentioned nerves.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, pretty relaxed. We played in big games before. I think the Winter Classics definitely helped us with that, and you know, everyone's upbeat. We're positive. We know it's going to be a long series. It's going to be a tough one. We're regrouping here. We're going to come back in the second.
After missing the final 5 games, how are you feeling out there with the knee?
I'm okay. I'm playing hard just like everybody else, and I'm trying to do my best to help the team.
Did it feel a little different out there than the regular season? You're one of the guys who does have playoff experience. Is it a different kind of game?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is just hockey. Turned up a few notches, though, and everyone's finishing checks. Everyone's running a little bit harder out there. I see the puck bobbling quite a bit. I think both teams are just giving their best. So things will calm down here in the second. We expect a big effort from our team, and we're going to go do it.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, Chris.
That's Patrick Sharp. Blackhawks trailing Calgary 1-0. We'll have more of the first intermission when we return on Comcast Sportsnet.
Blackhawks playoff hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by American Chartered Bank, the bank for your business. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Energy.
Our goal is to grow playoff beards.
Chicago Blackhawks. One goal. For tickets, go to chicagoblackhawks.com.
My goal is to end old traditions and start some new ones.
Chicago Blackhawks. One goal. For tickets, go to chicagoblackhawks.com.
Experience the portal at NHL.com, your exclusive all-access pass inside the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Saturday night, it's Game 2 on the West Side as Brian Campbell and the Blackhawks look to extinguish Jerome Iginla and the Calgary Flames. Coverage starts at 7 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live. Blackhawks, Flames, Game 2. Saturday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Saturday, it's Game 1 of the NBA playoffs, and the Bulls Stampede charges into Beantown for a battle with Paul Pierce and the Celtics. Neil Funk and Stacey King at the call as your hometown network brings you Game 1, Saturday at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Time now for Benny's Beverage Depot Intermission Live.
Now the first playoff period is down here at the United Center. Flames lead at 1-0. Welcome to Intermission Live, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Steve Conroy, Josh Mora. The fans haven't lost their enthusiasm, which is a good thing, because from the moment of the national anthem, I mean, if that didn't give you chills, you're not human. But after that, it was all Flames, an almost inexplicable period by the Blackhawks.
Yeah, the Blackhawks seemed a little bit tight, but let's not take credit away from Calgary. I thought the Iginla line with Jokinen and Bork had two really strong first shifts. They kept Chicago in their own zone. As a result, we got on our heels. Good news is, though, we got through the period, a great kill towards the end of the first period, and hopefully they can build on that.
Well, you're right about that thing from the opening faceoff that Jokinen won. The Flames had control of the period. The Blackhawks were never able to wrest it away. All the best chances by the Flames. Here's the first one. Anders Eriksson to Todd Bertuzzi in front. Nikolai Khabibulin stops this one.
Yeah, Bertuzzi had time to make a move on Khabibulin. He shot it instead. And here, an excellent opportunity. I believe that was Leopold Taves stops a sure goal.
And Patrick Kane comes back the other way. But here, watch Taves here. As the puck seems to be, it's probably going to trickle. Oh, it's going to go into the net. Taves makes the save, and then here's the continuation. Patrick Kane coming up the ice on a semi-breakaway, but his shot doesn't find the target. A little bit later on, Hobby with the save on Craig Conroy, but it comes back up to David Moss in front. Hawks D doesn't tie him up. The Flames take the first lead of the series.
Yeah, Moss got position on Hjalmarsson. It's really tough to tie him up. You can maybe try and get his stick, but he got position on Hjalmarsson and a good first goal.
And there at the very end of the power play, Todd Bertuzzi threw three different Flames. Reddy Bork has the best chance, can't find it.
What a pass, and it's Dave Bolin really who breaks this up. Coming back hard, he deflects the puck because it is a wide open net. And it looked like Leopold had the cleanest shot, but Bolin got his stick in the way.
And Moss once again causing some troubles in front, but 3.5 minutes on the power play, the Flames did not register a single shot. They lead 1-0. The only shot was Sammy Paulson in the final second short-handed. So the Flames 30 seconds away from going 0 for 2 on the power play, which would now be 43 consecutive power plays where they have not scored a goal. So from the Blackhawks, do you have any sense why they might be tight? Because they didn't seem to have their legs going. They seem to have trouble catching simple passes, things that are very much against the way this team has played, especially in the last month of the season.
Well, I think you just have to consider the circumstances. The most important game a lot of these guys have ever played in, so they've got it out of their system. They've got a bit of a sweat going. Now that they can get back into their game and hopefully get it turned around here.
30 seconds left on this penalty to Jonathan Taves. Maybe that gives them some momentum heading into the second period. They find themselves down 1-0 to the Flames after one period here at Game 1. We'll see after the second. Pat Nettie coming back with the middle frame after this on Comcast Sportsnet.
Announcing the Ford Advantage Plan, a better plan to get you into a quality-built Ford car. While others say there's no credit available, Ford Credit says there is. Check for pre-approval at FordVehicles.com. And if you lose your paycheck, Ford will make your payments for up to 12 months. Quality, credit, and payment protection. That's the Ford Advantage Plan.
Get a Ford Mustang or Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months. And if you lose your paycheck, Ford will make your payments for up to 12 months.
How does it feel to hear from someone you love? The unexpected call, silly text, or funny picture. And wouldn't it be great if it was free? Only US Cellular gives you free incoming calls, texts, and pics anytime from anyone. So nearly half the time you spend on the phone is free. US Cellular. Believe in something better.
Where's that former American League home run champ?
Everything's good.
You didn't have to face me.
Stacy and I thought it was Lou All's best game of the year.
You see Shane go in and score last night? He turnstile that guy.
I'm a basketball guy.
Comcast Sportsnet's all-star lineup.
Went crazy.
Now that's supposed to be.
down here, please. And that's how the batting glove got started.
Fans just like you.
Hey, deep dish, big boy. Want some water?
Find all the greats on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Tonight, the story of an unlikely sought-after free agent, impressing both sides of town. The Cubs know his experience could put them over the edge.
He's got leadership qualities, yeah. Players like him and listen to him.
The White Sox feel he would be a perfect fit in their clubhouse.
At the end of the day, he's Chicago tough.
Where will Deep Dish land? Stay tuned to Sports Night for the details.
Comcast Sportsnet, where dreams happen all season long. Chicago Tribune Live, weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Toyota. See your Toyota dealer now to start saving now. US Cellular, believe in something better. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. ChevyDriveChicago.com. Harris Bank, we're here to help. And by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise.
Well, you want Blackhawks playoff tickets? How about Bulls playoff tickets? Well, Comcast Sportsnet is giving away tickets to both. Just tune in to Comcast Sportsnet starting at 5:30 nightly for your chance to win. In both Chicago Tribune Live and Sports Night presented by Dex, there will be a Bulls and a Blackhawks Spotlight Player of the Day. Once the players of the day are revealed, fans can log on to csnchicago.com to enter the Spotlight Player of the Day for a chance to win playoff tickets. One nothing. The Flames lead the Hawks. Headed to the second period, and that young fella's looking to take a quick little nap. Hopefully, there's a lot of noise here coming up, partner. Wake him up. Wake that little human up. He's a good-looking human, too. Look very content. Let's take a look back. 48 years ago today was the day that the Blackhawks last won the Stanley Cup in 1961. How about that? That was the end of the playoffs then. It is the first game of the playoffs now. The third cup in the history of the Chicago Blackhawks. Well, Duncan Keith will try to help the Hawks get through a short PK that remains of about half a minute. Keith was on the ice for 7.5 minutes out of the first 20 in this game. And certainly what Joel Quenneville and Dave Bolin and the rest of the Hawks are hoping for in this frame is to battle through whatever nerves Patrick Sharp referenced in his chat with Chris. Clearly that, I think, was evident. And you've got to get more than 5 pucks at the net against Mika Kiprasov or you're going to have a long night. Second period is brought to you by IPA here on Comcast Sportsnet. And it is underway. Bolin chasing in on Leopold. Olli Jokinen will lead the Flames with one last power play rush. Jokinen dumped it. Seabrook back. There's it around the boards. It hit a Ginla in the foot. Bounced loose. Bolin reached and was able to get it out. Oh, and it just missed Taves coming out of the box. So both teams are at full strength. Bork chipped it in. Seabrook wasn't sure where it was momentarily. Bork picked it up with a shot, and Bobby Bolin was hugging the post and will cover it up. Pat, I think one of the reasons the Blackhawks have good success on the power play, the last 4-minute power play for the Calgary Flames, the puck is over on the left wing boards, but look at Todd Bertuzzi. Look where he is standing. I mean, this is very easy to defend. This just becomes a 4-on-4, really.
And then it becomes a 2-on-4 because the Calgary Flames attack and the Blackhawks are in good position. I mean, very easy to defend when a guy's standing on the outside like that. Todd Bertuzzi's a large human. I mean, 6'4", 235. He gets to the front of the net, you're not moving him. If he plays out on the outside like that, it makes it easy to defend.
There's a loose puck that Bertuzzi tries to chase for, and a diving Walker able to jam it free to Barker. And he shot it out of the zone. Bertuzzi steps back in for Camilleri. Spins with forehand, shoots one, and Howie Bullen got a piece. Held in by Eriksson, now Langkow. Work a little give and go, was taken down. Puck back to Eriksson, holding it in. Now Bertuzzi. Pushed it back to the line, Coin's long wrister, and a save by Howie Bullen. Former teammates here with the Hawks, those two. Bertuzzi picked it up. Now Langkow again. David Langkow leads for Eriksson. Now in behind Camilleri. Bertuzzi put it out in front of Coin with a long shot into the glove of Howie Bullen. He really wants to hang on to this, as the Flames had a terrific shift here early in the second.
Support. That's exactly what the Calgary Flames are doing in the offensive zone. It's not one-on-ones. It's not one against two. It's 2-on-1. Support. Move the puck. Move yourself. Puck goes from low to high, and a shot by Adrian Aucoin. Nice job by Jonathan Toews to push the traffic out and let Howie Bullen be able to see that. Look at Camilleri looking for a little bit of a redirect. But again, Pat, getting in behind Blackhawk defensemen. So I think for Blackhawk defensemen, first thing you have to do is look, see where the players are coming from without the puck and box them out.
This long bid from Vandermeer deflects out of play. Let's take a look at the Toyota moving forward upcoming schedule, which will focus on this series. Game 2 Saturday night right here in the United Center. That's an 8 o'clock start here in Chicago. Then Monday, Wednesday from Calgary. We'll start a little bit later. We'll be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Ryan Campbell is measured by Conroy. Puck rolled loose, came to the front of the net. Glenncross, good save by Howie Bullen with the right pad. And a wonderful chance for Glenncross, denied by the Bullen wall. Campbell sends it in. Down Adam Party. Taken down, and a penalty is going to be called here against Eager. An offensive zone penalty, obviously one you don't want to take, and the Flames will go right back to the power play after they've had a very good start here in the second.
Well, a great chance for Curtis Glenncross. And then two big hits, Pat. Ben Eager and Adam Burish. Eager comes in behind, and just not a good penalty. Just a little bit of a chop around the legs of Jimmy Vandermeer. And here's that opportunity. Good stop with the pad of Nikolai Howie Bullen, being aggressive out on top of that crease. I like the way that the Hawks answered there, Pat. They got physical down in the offensive zone there, but I think Ben Eager would have been better suited to skate in front of the net instead of trying to chase in behind and end up taking a penalty.
There's a long shot and a good save by Howie Bullen, and the blast from Phaneuf. And Phaneuf can really bring it. They would like to set him up at the point position to try to unload his cannon. Flames on their third power play have been denied on their first couple of opportunities. And Phaneuf has it again. Find an alley, a coin takes a look, goes down low. Ginla threw it through the goal mouth. Now Camilleri. Camilleri, a coin to the front of the net. Jokinen to Camilleri. There's Jokinen with a stop shot down low, Howie Bullen, and he's able to capture the puck for a whistle. Olli Jokinen is playing in his first ever postseason game tonight. After 800 games in the league, there had been, until tonight, nobody in the NHL who had gone longer in regular season play without ever playing a playoff game. But he's a big centerman. Daryl Sutter acquired him at the trade deadline for this reason, because he thought he could be a strong playoff performer.
He has a relationship with the head coach, Mike Keenan. He played for him in Florida when Keenan was in charge down there. Hard to believe, Pat, that many games. First time getting an opportunity to taste what the playoffs are all about.
Burish absorbs a check. Duncan Keith picked up the puck, goes backhand across, but missed Seabrook with the feed. Now Now the Flames get things reorganized. Jokinen. Now Iginla. Put it into the middle of the ice. Here's a shot by Phaneuf off a leg to Camilleri. Keith picked it up, looking to clear. Good play by Phaneuf to keep it in. Now Iginla from the corner. Wants Jokinen, but his shot goes off a leg to a coin. Adrian Coin tipped away by Sharp. Now Burish. Hawks need a change, though. He'll get it in and get off.
Yeah, good active stick there by Patrick Sharp. Getting in those lanes, the little things, the simple things to deny the Calgary power play.
Now Phaneuf. Up the boards. Conroy or Glankow put it in the middle. Here's a long shot. Ooh, just over top of the net. Bertuzzi dropped it back to Phaneuf. Cleared it into the corner. Now here's a stop attempt by Moss and a save by Javi Bullen. He had good leg strength there and a couple of whacks. Now taken by Bertuzzi to Phaneuf, a one-timer. In and out of the glove of Javi Bullen. Rebound to the Hawks, and it's cleared up the boards. Bounce out the center and Bolin. Bolin trying to get away from Leopold. Take it down! Coming up against the Flames on a real persistent effort from David Bolin.
Well, Adam Burish does a nice job of getting in the shooting lane a little bit earlier on that power play, making himself look big. Phaneuf does a nice job of changing the angle and the little things. The puck never gets towards Nikolai Javi-Bulin, and a great move here by Davey Bolin. Gets body position inside on Jordan Leopold. Nice job there by Dave Bolin to draw that penalty. The Hawks will get an opportunity on the power play after a good kill.
That happened just as the Hawk penalty had expired, so now it's power play hockey for Chicago. Hawks have had just one chance before this one.
The Calgary penalty was called number 40, Jordan Leopold. 2 minutes for holding at 4:33.
Now Kane to the corner, and Brouwer, ring around, Taves to Seabrook. Brouwer to the front of the net.
Resulting in a Blackhawks power play.
And again, Jonathan Taves had it stripped away, but a good hold. There's Barker with a long blast. Kiprusoff saw it all the way. Gave a loose puck. It goes back to Barker. Seabrook goes to Cam Barker. And he missed. Boy, Eddie, I think the nerves are evident tonight. The Blackhawk passing has been substandard up till now. Here's the Barker back in. Now Kane to Seabrook, a long blast. Good stick save by Kiprusoff. Barker held it in. Seabrook, Barker tees it up, and a good save through traffic. That was a Brouwer screen, and Kiprusoff a good stop.
Yeah, Cam Barker did a nice job, Pat, of opening up that lane. Moving laterally, getting the shot to the net, no hesitation at all. There's that high screen by Troy Brouwer. Good to see Brouwer maybe drop down a little bit and a little bit earlier. This shot by Barker was on edge, and Kiprusoff saw it, but then once he got it, he had no idea where it was, and I like where Kane was, right in his kitchen.
Campbell. Versteeg is at a point with him. Chris Versteeg up the boards to Havlat. Artie Havlat looking for a little help. Pass picked out of midair. Nice play at the Calgary defense by Jimmy Vandermeer. And 45 for the Hawk power play. Campbell looking to wind it up. Bolin, a ring around. Havlat knocked down in the corner, came loose in front. Brouwer bouncing puck, couldn't find it. Now it's taken by Bolin. Fires! And a good block out in front. Now taken by Campbell. His blast just wide. He got all of it, but missed the net. And now the puck rolled loose to the Flames. They're able to get it out.
The Hawks are getting what they want, Pat. They're getting those shots from the point. People in front have to continue with it. Don't go away from it. Just because you haven't scored, the chances have been there. And if Calgary's going to take that away, what will open up? The low play. So keep getting shots from the point, getting people to the net. You will be rewarded.
Calgary penalty over, so both teams are at full strength. It remains 1-0 Flames. Nice. Behind Ladd, but Kiprusoff cleared it to the corner. Burish after it there. Jokinen lost it, came out in front, not quite getting the lad. And it's a long shot from Keith that's high and wide, taken by Seabrook. Into the corner, lad. Dropped it back. Here's Seabrook. Up the board to Kane. Patrick Kane across to Keith. His long shot off the mark. And it's cleared back to the corner where Bork hacked it out of the zone. Trying to move back in. Oh! How's that not a penalty? Kane was just sent flailing to the ice. And he's a little slow to get up as they play on. And the puck picked up by Keith.
That was Rennie Bork that took a run at Patrick Kane well after he moved the puck.
Taves fights his way into the zone. Taves toward the middle, put it in front. Sharp! Little save by Kiprasov. Patrick Sharp, a one-timer. Kiprasov beat him with the leather. And 8 minutes have been played here in the second. It remains 1-0 Calgary.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd from Binny's Beverage Depot. If you love wine, spirits, and beer, there's only one place to shop. For the biggest selection in the world and the guaranteed lowest prices. Binny's Beverage Depot. Just come on in. Seeing is believing.
From the producers of The Phenomenal Four comes what critics give 5 stars and hail as a top safety pick. It's Outlander from Mitsubishi with active stability control and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Outlander's down with safety and serious peace of mind. The 2009 Mitsubishi Outlander. It's one righteous MPG machine.
Hey, Chicagoland, looking for a career change? IPA is the nation's leader in management consulting for small and medium-sized companies. IPA had another winning year and is now hiring appointment setters and inside sales representatives. IPA employees work smart and with a good work ethic. They build careers at IPA, not just jobs. The 800 employees at the Northwest Suburban office love working at IPA because of the unlimited income potential. Create your own promotion. Call IPA at 800-531-2542 weekdays between 7 and 5. Tell them you're looking for a change.
Where's the best place to buy wine, spirits, and craft beers? Binny's Beverage Depot's 21 superstores, of course. Shop Binny's Beverage Depot for the guaranteed lowest prices on every bottle, every day.
Probably the first time the Hawks have had an opportunity off the rush, coming in a blue line, and a great chance for Patrick Sharp. I think the Hawks have to go to school here, Pat, is that when Mika Kiprasov moves side to side, he is down already, so the puck has to be right under the crossbar, and the hit by Rennie Bork on Patrick Kane. Look at the free hand, drives him into the boards. He moved the puck. Should have been at least a holding call, even though it was a violent collision. But you know what? It's the playoffs. You have to be prepared. You have to keep your head up. A good job there by the former Blackhawk to hit Patrick Kane. But again, we get the beauty of it. We get to see it on the replay. Should have been at least a hold after he moved the puck because of that free hand stopping Patrick Kane and a heavy ride into the boards.
For a good part of that timeout, we were watching Kane on the bench, and he was sort of flexing his neck back and forth. He was jolted quite severely there. If he's able to maintain his positioning as this game goes on. Now loose puck into the zone for Bertuzzi against Barker. Dropped it on the boards. Langkow put it around to Bertuzzi, trying to center. That pass broken up. And Bertuzzi battles now with Walker. Camilleri got it back centered. Hobby won't block the pass. Then it came right through the blue paint. Leopold trying to get it to the front of the goal. Bertuzzi is in deep. Bertuzzi spins it loose. Camilleri missed it. It's going to be held in by Fanuc. And the Hawks finally able to get the puck out of the zone. Camilleri rolled it ahead, then it came right back to center. Here's Matt Walker. Walker for Versteeg. Now Havlat shoots one. And a pad save by Kiprasov. The Flames get back out to center. They got help, and that's an offside play as the puck came into the zone.
Well, tomorrow night, it's a showdown in a Sunshine State as Jermaine Dye and the Sox battle the AL champion Devil Rays. It's the White Sox and Rays in HD. Tomorrow night at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Check out Hawk and Stoney. There's Patrick Kane after taking that hit from Rennie Bork.
Curtis Glencross threw it into the corner, came back to him, but he's well covered by Taves, who took it away.
This line's been good for Calgary, Pat.
Haven't they? Yeah, Moss has their goal. He's hacking away here. And cleared back around the boards. Hjalmarsson giving chase against Eriksson. Now Campbell. He's for Nicholas Hjalmarsson. His long bank pass for Marty Havlat. He's well covered by Eriksson. Coin is checked, but Jamie Lundmark is there. Puck cleared back to center. Burish was bumped hard as he dumped it in. Now Nystrom collides on the boards, and the puck cleared out of the zone. We've reached the halfway point of the second period. And Sharp looks to move in, but nice break up the rush by Eriksson. Eriksson then took a hit, but made a good play. The Flames maintained control of it. And puck possession here by Calgary, I think for the better part of this first 30 minutes, Eddie, has been awfully strong. Now here's Matt Walker. By the way, in 30 minutes, the Hawks have had 10 shots on goal. To this point, 18 for Calgary.
And I don't think, Pat, that they've turned down a lot of opportunities to get the puck to the net. I mean, the Hawks have been chasing a lot of it. Calgary's had a lot of the territorial play. Bobby Bowen's made some great saves. Great strength there by Brent Seabrook on Ole Jokinen.
That's a big guy who was coming at him, but Seabrook braced for the hit. Jokinen wound up on his wallet. Now Byfuglien sends it back in there. Byfuglien goes crashing into the corner. Both players go down, but Borg jammed it loose. And here come the Flames. Iginla throws it in on Seabrook. Ladd came to support. Iginla still had it. Now came loose. A stop shot. Javi Bulin. It rolled right near the goal line, but came out the other side, and Seabrook got rid of it. This one missing Ladd. The race for icing will be touched up by the Flames. So a near miss for Calgary to increase the lead.
We talked about the strength of Brent Seabrook and Ole Jokinen coming in, bracing in, seeing what's going on, and a nice job there by Brent Seabrook. Mika Kiprusoff is really playing the puck a lot, Pat. So what the Blackhawks have to do is when he goes and plays it, take away the board. Stop it here, right there. Take away the passing lanes, the outlet. Good job there by Sharp. Know what his outlets are. The goaltender isn't going to pass the puck up the middle of the ice. So where's he going to go with it? Anticipate. Take away the boards. You might get an opportunity there.
Camilleri, a hot pass, a shot, and a save by Javi Bulin on Langkow. Into the corner goes Keith. Bulin put it up the boards. Havlat took a whack. It didn't get out. And some juggling going on here for Joel Quenneville. Now in behind the goal, Camilleri had it jammed loose in front. Here's the shot. Javi Bulin, the save. Rebound is free. The Hawks pick it up and try to clear. It did bounce out to center, and Havlat. Havlat is on the ice with Versteeg and Bulin. We mentioned some juggling from Coach Quenneville. Here's Versteeg. And he's surrounded by Flames. The puck taken away. And back into the Hog zone it goes. David Moss. Checked by Adam Burridge. Now Conroy poked it loose, but it goes right to Campbell coming out. Campbell for Burridge. Arister kicked aside by Kiprusoff. Burridge got it back, walks out in front, shoots, and that never got through. And Hjalmarsson able to keep it in. The battle toward the corner, taken by Eager to Burridge. Looks for Brouwer, but never got to the front of the net. Now Ben Eager. A wrist shot sticked away easily by Kiprusoff. Moss finally able to bang it out of there. Campbell pressured by Glencross. Campbell able to maintain possession. Ryan Campbell's familiar with the Flames. He played for San Jose last year in round one, and he had a bullseye in his back the entire series. Calgary had him lined up. He can expect a lot of physical play against him in this series as well. Now a centering pass picked up by Barker. His shot blocked. He takes it again, shooting. He scores! Barker on his second chance has tied the game.
Time now for our Pontiac. Buick GMC drive to the net. There's a shot blocked by Eric Nystrom, and then Cam Barker just getting the puck to the net. Kiprusoff down, maybe a little bit of a screen by Anders Eriksson. Just get the puck to the net. Looking around, short side goal, not a good goal to give up by Mika Kiprusoff. Give Cam Barker credit. He didn't quit on the play after a nice shot block by Nystrom. And there's some happy humans here at the United Center. Something to get excited about. Just get the puck to the net, you never know. And the Hawks tie it up at 1.
And they're on their feet, 22,000 plus in the UC. There's the puck back in play, and Keith fires it off the glass. Back into the Calgary zone, and a hustling Ladd is going to force Kiprusoff to play it. Enough knocked down by Ladd, who took it away. Also in front of the net, but Ladd then was checked quickly. And Fenough cleared it up the boards. Camilleri able to work his way back into the Chicago zone. Here's Iginla. He's checked and hit by David, or I should say Sammy Paulson. And this puck goes out of play. 6 minutes remaining in the second period. The first career playoff goal for Cameron Barker is a big one, and we're even in the game.
Saturday night, it's Game 2 on the West Side as Brian Campbell and the Blackhawks look to extinguish Jerome Iginla and the Calgary Flames. Coverage starts at 7 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live. Blackhawks, Flames, Game 2. Saturday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Agility, control, for whatever the road throws your way. The IS from Lexus. Lease the 2009 IS 250 all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months with $3549 due at signing at your Lexus dealer.
This spring, take a break with Blue Man Group. Special spring shows added.
To be your drum, so all beats well for you, and be your light, shining always true blue.
For generations, more families have set out upon new journeys with the confidence that Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois will continue to be there for all the memories yet to come.
Shining always true blue.
Hey guys, Ryan Dempster from the Cubs here. Congratulations on making the playoffs, back where you guys belong. Good luck. Looking forward to Game 1. I'll be there cheering you guys on. Let's go out and kick a little butt.
A nice message from a fine Canadian, and there's the Cubs starting pitcher for Saturday, Ryan Dempster. Hopefully he'll have even a better year than he had last year, which was a terrific season on the north side.
There's Mike Fontenot on the right, Reed Johnson on the left, and Ryan Dempster's going to be doing shoot the puck, Pat, in between the second and third period as well.
Well, he better do well, or he's going to hear it. The Canadian's got to hit the target. Cam Barker just hit the target, a ring around here. Walker goes down low. Havlat to the corner, was checked. Broke loose by Leopold. Versteeg battles in behind. Now Fenough is pressured by Havlat. And this puck deflecting out of play. Marty Havlat, who finished the year with 18 points in his last 13 games, and over those 13 was a plus 11. So he finishes the Blackhawks' leading scorer for the second time in his 3 seasons here in Chicago.
First time that Marty Havlat's seen the playoffs since 05-06. Remember the Ottawa Senators, 10 playoff games with the Senators. 7 goals for Marty Havlat. He loves playing against the Calgary Flames as well. 15 career games, 9 career goals for Marty.
And now the Flames from their own end. Eriksson fires a long pass to Moss, tipping it in. Campbell. There's this one off the glass. Good reception there by Sharp, I should say. Patrick Sharp's pass deflecting. Carried on by Campbell. He'll let it go. And he missed the target. Rebound to the Flames. And Conroy lost it. Kane sends one in deep. Anders Eriksson able to clear it to center ice. Dumped in by Iginla. The Flames want to complete a Kane. Seabrook has some space. He'll send it the other way. Jim Vandermeer was looking for a hit. Didn't locate the puck. Now and a second chance does. A long feed for Bork. Missed him. That's going to result in an icing call against Calgary. If Seabrook can touch up. Had a little problem, but able to touch the puck.
Well, hey fans, text playoffs to 242-957 to register for Blackhawks mobile alerts and enter to win the 2009 Chicago Blackhawks playoff tickets. The winners will be contacted 24 hours prior to each home game in the playoffs. That's playoffs to 242-957. That last rush, Pat, right before the icing against Calgary, Brent Seabrook did a nice job of taking that ice we talked about in the first period. It was there, take it, and then get the puck in deep and let the forwards go to work.
All right, the Flames with a hoister to center, and Duncan Keith is there. Ladd chipped it in for Byfuglien, but two Flames in the neighborhood, and Adam Party has a problem with Big Buff. He's battling him to the board. Party knocked off the play. Now Byfuglien is checked by Party. This shift-long battle continues. The Flames able to come away. Nystrom goes wide on Barker, who greets him at the line with a good stand-up check. Now Burrish sends it in there. Dion Phaneuf ran into Brouwer, who took it away, spins it loose, just missing Barker though. And now Phaneuf has it once more. Jordan Leopold. Leopold hit hard by Eager with a good jolt. Here's Walker for Hjalmarsson. Matt Walker fires it ahead. Versteeg with a bouncer, settles it down, shoots. Good save by Kiprusoff after a fine rush from Versteeg to create a chance. Versteeg from the boards, came out there with it, but then was taken off the play, and here's Bertuzzi. Back pass to Phaneuf. Into the corner, Campbell, checked by Bertuzzi. Good support from David Bolin. Campbell off the glass with it. Havlat able to bang it back the other way.
The Hawks caught a break there. Bertuzzi did a flyby by Campbell, had a chance to separate him and went right by him. Actually turned the puck over there.
Campbell poked it toward the middle, but the Flames on it. And the puck cleared to center ice. Now picked up. There's Langkow's long shot, blocked by Duncan Keith nicely. Iginla knocked down by Bolin. Now Ladd is checked. Iginla picked it up. And the centering attempt winds up into the corner. Camilleri after it there. Little Mike Camilleri. Help from Langkow. Campbell got it back. Goes to the right side. Buff trying to catch up with it. But Party pins to keep it in. Langkow tried to slip it in front. Camilleri picked it up. And Campbell was in his way.
Long shift for Campbell here.
Yes, sir. And the Flames have had a great sequence here in the offensive zone. Jokinen now threw it away to Campbell. He shot it out of the zone. Minute and a half left in period two.
Still can't get off the ice. Hawks didn't get the puck in deep enough.
Hardy tees up a long one. Blocker save, Javi Bulin. Now Keith for Campbell. Up the boards for Sharp. He's got a little space. Didn't realize that, but able to clear it to center. Byfuglien pounds it, and finally the change can be completed. Ole Jokinen able to roll it to center ice, then get it back. Jokinen battles his way into the Hog zone. Peels out with a wrist shot. Oh, and Javi Bulin surprised as it deflected just over top. Phaneuf goes down low. Bork unable to pick it up. Now does. Rene Bork. Greg Conroy then lost the handle. Matt Walker fired a long pass, picked up by Kane, missed space into the zone. Kane the shot. Good a save. I think a tiny piece from the left arm of Kiprusoff. Half a minute for the period. Bork coming out. He sends it in. Keith squeezing through a couple of checkers and Paulson away. He'll dump it in for Burrish's corner, but Erickson there first. And the Flames on the counterattack. Ginla lost it at the line. Adam Burrish the other way. A long backhander blocked, and that will finish period 2. Oh, and after the whistle, Burrish was knocked down. And he went flailing to the ice, but the officials right there, very close to the situation, and Burrish complaining as if he thinks a penalty should have been drawn, but that is not going to happen.
And I think that's what Adam Burrish was trying to do. He goes skating into one of the Calgary Flames there. A little bit of a shot there. Damon Lenkow throws his arms up. I think Adam Burrish certainly trying to draw a penalty there. Looked a lot worse than it was. Good idea by Adam Burrish. How about that pass by Matt Walker to Patrick Kane? Great opportunity there, and you called it, Pat. Kiprusoff got a piece of that. A great chance through the neutral zone for Patrick Kane.
Well, that was one of 10 shots on goal for the Blackhawks in the period. The Flames had 11. So now through 2, 21 for Calgary, 15 for Chicago. A playoff game going on here at the United Center. And the only goal of period 2 coming from Cameron Barker. It tied the game at 1 through 40.
This period of Blackhawks hockey is brought to you by IPA. Call 800-531-2542 and tell them you're looking for a new career. Hey, Chicagoland, looking for a career change? IPA is the nation's leader in management consulting for small and medium-sized companies. IPA had another winning year and is now hiring appointment setters and inside sales representatives. IPA employees work smart and with a good work ethic. They build careers at IPA, not just jobs. The 800 employees at the Northwest Suburban office love working at IPA because of the unlimited income potential. Create your own promotion. Call IPA at 800-531-2542 weekdays between 7 and 5. Tell them you're looking for a change.
Right now, you can get 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. It's our delicious, freshly sliced classic roast beef piled high on a hot toasted bun. Stop by today and pick up 5 Arby's regulars for the amazing price of just $5.95. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Saturday, it's Game 1 of the NBA playoffs, and the Bulls Stampede charges into Beantown for a battle with Paul Pierce and the Celtics. Neil Funk and Stacey King at the call as your hometown network brings you Game 1, Saturday at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Last week, if you weren't watching Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet, here's what you missed.
Versteeg breakaway. His second chance to win it here. He scores! Chris Versteeg shoots one and a save rebound. Hobie Bull and a second save. Here's Taves. He scores! Jonathan Taves. There's a long breakaway pass. Here's Seabrook. Getting to the net. He scores! Brent Seabrook.
Blackhawks hockey in high definition on Comcast Sportsnet. Brought to you by Sylvania.
You love talking to me, don't you?
Next question.
The DVD out.
Lupus. Let's start that over again.
This is going to be it.
All in one game. And now I'm getting kissed by Dustin Buffett.
Hope you brought your umbrella. Ella.
Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet. A lot of sports, a lot of fun. You're watching the home of the Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, and White Sox. Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi again, everyone. Pat Boyle back in our Comcast Sportsnet studios. Welcome to Sports Night Intermission Live, brought to you by Sylvania. We'll break down all the second period action in just a bit, but first, this programming reminder. We've got the entire first round of the Blackhawks Flames series right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Saturday night, our coverage begins at 6:30 with Sports Night. At 7 o'clock, an hour-long pregame live from the United Center, getting you set for the opening face-off at 8 o'clock. The series then heads west to Calgary for Game 3 Monday night and Game 4 on Wednesday. And while I'm sure you're going to cherish this run to the Stanley Cup, you won't forget New Year's Day, when we had one of the greatest events in the history of Chicago sports and the Hawks franchise. The 2009 NHL Winter Classic at Wrigley Field was a day to remember, and now you have the chance to own a piece of history. The making of the 2009 NHL Winter Classic, Welcome to the Frozen Confines DVD, is available now at Chicagoland Best Buy stores. That's going to do it from here. We head back to the United Center for the second intermission Shoot the Puck contest. and then complete highlights from the second period of play. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on Comcast Sportsnet.
Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Sylvania Blu-ray High Definition Disc Player.
When you see all the detail, you see the game come alive like never before. The Sylvania HD LCD TV, available at these stores.
Whether you're man or mutant, Papa John's knows you'll love the new XL Extreme Cheese Pizza. Extra large, 30% larger than Papa John's large. Extra cheesy, nearly 1 pound of cheese. And an extremely good value, just $11.99. Call or click papajohns.com. It's easy. The XL Extreme Cheese Pizza, only $11.99. See the first movie event of the summer, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, only in theaters.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
If anyone deserves a bailout, it's you. We've negotiated special discounts to help you stimulate your summer fun during the Great Escapes Summer Stimulus Sale. For 2 weeks only, we're offering cashback stimulus savings up to $1,500 on above-ground pools. You won't find lower prices on semi-in-ground pools and above-ground pool packages starting at only $14.99 installed. Plus, get no payments, no interest until 2010. Stimulate your summer at the Great Escape.
Escape your everyday. Shop the Great Escape.
Welcome back to the United Center. Second intermission. Blackhawks in Calgary tied at 1 in game 1 of their best of 7. Time for Shoot the Puck. This is the Coca-Cola Shoot the Puck competition tonight. $500 if you get it into the slot. And shooting right now is Mark from Elmwood Park, who told me he doesn't usually play, but he's proven otherwise. And as Dan from Carroll Stream steps up, let's talk a little bit to our third contestant here. Wouldn't you know, it's Jen Patterson from Monsters in the Morning. You have experience at this, though, right?
Yes, I did it 2 years ago.
So we're expecting big things.
I am too. You know, I'm all about second chances.
Go get him. Mike's going to break this down slow-mo in the morning, I know. And while we watch Jen shoot, let's watch her play it up here. Taking the jacket off. Our fourth contestant tonight is Chris Williams, the offensive tackle from the Chicago Bears. He's our big celeb here, and I mean big, number 74. You been to a hockey game before?
Semi-pro, no pro game before.
Yeah, what do you think of the atmosphere here?
Oh, it's electric, man. The fans are real excited. It's a great time.
Tell me about all your great hockey experience growing up and down in Louisiana.
Wasn't much at all.
All right, we're expecting big things, big man.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, Chris Williams after Jen's last shot here, and she goes a little left. I'm gonna have to have her explain that. Here comes Chris Williams of the Bears. Let's see if he can do what Jen Patterson couldn't. Chris, a left-hander, even though he's playing right tackle this year. What happened there, dear?
I have no idea. You know what? I gotta watch the net.
Oh, Chris Williams gets it through on his first shot here. We'll turn it around. I wonder what Chris is going to do with his 500. And now he's going to get a shot from center ice at the other end of things as we watch. Actually, Mark from Elmwood Park gets his first shot. Chris is going to try and learn from that. I don't think he has to. Mr. North's going to give you the business in the morning. You know that.
Oh, don't tell him I'm here.
You're just going to go straight to the studio after this. What time you got to be there?
3 a.m., baby.
I kind of think he's going to know that you're here, though. So, oh, look at Chris Williams. 2 for 2. Is that an omen of things to come? Jen, nice job there. Chris Williams. Maybe the Bears are going to have a great season after all. Jay Cutler drops the puck. Nice going there. Hey, they're going to need you in the third period.
Hey, maybe so.
You close your eyes and shoot there?
Yeah, just close my eyes and pray. That's all.
All right, congratulations. Don't get run over by a Zamboni here. Chris Williams hitting both of his shots here in the shoot the puck competition. We'll have more second period intermission coming up. Hawks and Flames tied at 1 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Man, love that drinkability.
Drink what?
Drinkability. It's what makes Bud Light so incredibly refreshing. It's like a wave of refreshment, gently washing over your whole body.
It's getting bigger.
Here comes the refreshment. That almost never happens.
Easy drinking, always refreshing. Bud Light, the difference is drinkability.
No hard feelings.
You know what, I'm gonna go 2 more.
I'm in for another.
Freddie?
I don't like that face.
Wow, Webby's out.
I'm going to put in 4 black.
Okay.
Always been on black.
I'll raise the pot.
Quit acting like a baby, take your shots, and be quiet about it.
Who says old school can't go new school? ChicagoSportsWebio.com. It's a beautiful thing.
Front, back, side to side. Now moving front, back, side to side. Front, back, side to side. Now moving up, down, round. Blackhawks playoff hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by American Chartered Bank, the bank for your business. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As the Blackhawks charge through the playoffs, only one network is there every step of the way. Comcast Sportsnet. The best pre- and post-game shows. The best looking and clearest sounding playoff broadcast.
Right to the goal, to the backhand. He scores! Barker centered one, a shot, they score! And that is the hat trick.
And the most in-depth coverage every night on Sports Night. Comcast Sportsnet. The ultimate playoff destination for your Chicago Blackhawks.
Quite a battle here in the United Center. 40 minutes have been played, and the Calgary Flames and Chicago Blackhawks are tied at 1. I'm not sure we're completely surprised about what's going on so far. You better have your head up in a series like this.
Yeah, lots of things going on away from the puck, and that's what we kind of expected. I mean, the Calgary Flames, I think they played 2 strong periods, and I think as that second period went on, as soon as Cam Barker's goal, Pat, I think the Hawks got a little of confidence, and I think the one thing I noticed late in that second period is a lot more 2-on-1ing in the offensive zone by the Blackhawks.
Well, early in that second period, the Hawks had a very, very good penalty kill, and right after that, they got a power play. And it's not always whether you score. You've got to generate some stuff.
And exactly right. And then building momentum. Look, shot by Cam Barker, Patrick Kane in front of the net. Quick puck movement, shot by Brent Seabrook, Jonathan Tate standing in front of the net. So quick decisions, move the puck, move yourself. And the Calgary Flames did a really good job, I think, in the first period and early in that second period of the 9 shooting lanes. But people getting to the net. Nice play there by Brian Campbell. Look at standing right in front of the net. Dustin Bufflin. You know what? You're going to get knocked down. And here, I think the best chance of the period by the Hawks. Patrick Sharp with a great chance on Mika Kiprasov. And again, when Kiprasov moves laterally, Pat, he's kind of, I don't want to say he ducks down, but he kind of lowers himself a little bit. So if you're the Blackhawks, you want to think about elevation up and under the crossbar on Mika Kiprasov. That was a great save, by the way. That was outstanding.
Oh, no doubt about it. Speaking of physical play, there's been plenty of that in the first 40 minutes. You've got to expect that when the postseason comes around. If you're around the puck, head's got to be up.
And for Harris, check, bank, replay, physical play all over the ice here. Rennie Bork on Patrick Kane. Good strength there by Brent Seabrook on Olli Jokinen. And even though you move the puck, you better be prepared that somebody's going to want to get in the way. And I think for the most part, the Calgary Flames have done that from the start of the game. And as that second period went on, Pat, I thought the Blackhawks didn't run around looking for the checks. The checks came to them. So I think a good, strong end to that second period for the Hawks with the big goal by Cam Barker.
It was. It has enabled the Blackhawks to tie the game. We head to the third, 1-1 on West Madison Street.
Dames en heren, we gaan beginnen!
Exceptionally brewed for a taste that's pure Amsterdam. Amstel Light, one damn good beer.
Geico Power Sports. We feel your passion.
Every weekday morning, wake up with the Monsters in the Morning.
Back after these.
Obviously, Derek is a big part of what we're going to be doing in the future.
Traffic, weather, sports, and a whole lot of fun.
As you know, we have some very beautiful women.
They want you to grant them a wish.
They want you to grant them a wish, Brady. Absolutely, my friend. It's AG. It's all good.
Monsters in the Morning, every weekday morning from 6 to 9 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. After the game, stay tuned for Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live, press conferences, locker room interviews, and insider news from the stadium. Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live. After the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Saturday, it's Game 1 of the NBA playoffs, and the Bulls Stampede charges into Beantown for a battle with Paul Pierce and the Celtics. Neil Funk and Stacey King at the call as your hometown network brings you Game 1, Saturday at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Sports Night, every night on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
How about the look at the top of the tallest skyscraper in the United States? That's the Sears Tower, illuminated in red at the top to honor the Blackhawks opening up of the playoffs tonight. Great work by the Mayor Daley and friends, and the Blackhawks inside the United Center tied with the Calgary Flames after 40 minutes of play. Assistant coach Mike Havlin is standing behind the bench. Were nerves a factor early? Some of the passing was a little sporadic. It looked as if it might have been a factor early in the game.
Yeah, it definitely was, Foles. I think that we were a little nervous energy, and you could see it with the passing and even a little bit of hesitation on us with it and without the puck.
How about the energy inside the building, Javi, the national anthem, and then when Cam Barker scored that goal. Just talk about how important, not only tonight, but all season long, the fans have been for you guys as coaches as well to feed off that and know the players are really enjoying that opportunity playing in front of the Chicago Blackhawks fans.
Best fans in the league by far. That national anthem is something special, and I think tonight, I tell you, I had chills up and down. I know every guy did too. It's pretty tough. Maybe that's why we had a little nervous energy. But these fans get behind you. It's definitely. I think it's worth almost a goal for us when they get going. They're unbelievable.
Give me the cliff notes of the stress points in the second intermission.
More pucks to the cage and bodies to him, and and basically protecting it as best we can pucks wise, and not really throwing things in the middle. Safe game.
All right, Javi, good luck.
All right, thanks.
Mike Havlin behind the Blackhawk bench, and the third period is brought to you by Corona and Corona Light, official sponsor of the timeout. Relax responsibly, and we are underway in period 3. Who's going to capture game 1? The issue up in the air, and the puck is up into the Calgary zone, and Wilson battles in the corner. It jumped loose to the Flames. Jokinen. Ole Jokinen spins it back around to Dion Phaneuf. He was on the ice over 17 minutes out of the first 40. Puck is cleared to Iginla, but Seabrook right with him. And that's going to be an offside play.
Through 2 periods of play, the numbers. Shots on goal. Favor of the Calgary Flames. Better in the scoring chances. Power play, nothing to show for. Block shots. Blackhawks holding a nice edge in that bottom stat, the face-offs. I'm just looking myself, Pat. Jerome Iginla having 17 shifts on the ice. I have Duncan Keith for 16 of the 17 against Jerome Iginla, and Brent Seabrook 15 of the 17. And looks like there's going to be a delayed call coming up here against the Calgary Flames. The Hawks will get a power play.
Right on the draw, a stick, I believe, came up and got Havlat. So the Hawks are going to get an early third period power play. Bolin put it into the zone. Taves trying to chase it down, but it's touched up by the Flames, and the Chicago power play with an early chance here in period 3. Just to go back to that stat board we just showed you, one thing I found interesting, 29-21, 50 hits in the first 40 minutes. Normally that's a game total.
Oh, there you see the stick of Michael Camilleri. Boy, that was a dangerous play. Just looking, jockeying for body position with the stick there, and I agree with you, Pat. I mean, those physical play, not running around and take those big hits.
Barker was hoping for a tip and just missed the stick of Taves. And back goes Seabrook. Seabrook and Barker at the points. Kane, Taves, Sharp in front. Kane into the zone. Now put it into the corner, and Taves back to Patrick Kane. Seabrook to Kane. Taves and Sharp front of the net. That pass sailed away from Sharp into the side of the goal, and Barker was down low but couldn't get control of it.
And another 12 inches on that stick there to be able to go from the goal line to elevate it over Kiprusoff.
Take away by Moss, but Seabrook made a good block, and he gets possession of it. Now Patrick Kane up the ice. Taves checked by Phaneuf at the line. Back in, Nystrom couldn't quite reach it against Campbell. Nystrom working hard against 3 Blackhawks. Finally the puck corralled by the home side. Chris Versteeg. Got it to Brian Campbell. Put it around the board. Bufflin. His pass off the mark. Here's David Bolin. Campbell sends Bolin to center. Now Versteeg will leave for Havlat. Chris Versteeg is in behind, spins it loose. Bolin at the line. This pass read though and picked off, cleared to center. Campbell steps back in. Center one, Havlat, put it to the feet of Versteeg, rolled it in front. Just barely didn't get to Bufflin. Now from the boards, Versteeg to Havlat, Buff front of the net. There's a long shot by Keith, deflected just wide. The Calgary penalty over, and both teams are in full strength. Ole Jokinen chases to the corner. Keith with him there. Now Camilleri right in. Big save, Hobbyville, rebound is loose, and it's cleared out of the goal mouth to Vandermeer. And Vandermeer couldn't find an alley, shot it around the boards. Now Party tried to keep it in. And finally the Hawks cleared out of there. Here's Ladd with a little space, cutting in there, shooting. Gobbled up by Kiprusoff, who then was hit by his own man, who went crashing into Vandermeer. And the Flames weren't happy with Ladd, but fair's fair. If it's good at one end, it ought to be good at the other.
Well, Andrew Ladd with the shot gives a shot to Jim Vandermeer, and he goes crashing into Mika Kiprusoff. And then as Ladd was skating out, him and Ole Jokinen came together, Pat. And the next thing you know, I just looked over at the Calgary bench, and then all of a sudden I saw Rich Preston, Mike Keenan standing up on the bench.
See, he was pleading his case to Wes McCauley, but Andrew Ladd, a Stanley Cup winner who finished the year with 2 goals and an assist in his last 2 games. Also, in the last 9 games, he played 17 hits, and he really, at the tail end of the season, became much more of a physical factor, and he's been one tonight also.
And real instrumental on that so-called look out.
Oh, bouncing puck came over the goal, but Kiprusoff was alert.
A crazy carom in behind Mika Kiprusoff. It's a good job here by the goaltender. Puck is deflected up on top of the crossbar, the netting over the crossbar. Kiprusoff following this puck. Watch where this puck goes. Over the top. Oh boy, if he's not paying attention there, Pat, off his helmet, off his back, and into the net. I think Havlat called that shot, by the way. Nothing but net after.
All right, now a whistle. I believe we might have another.
Might have hit that camera.
Oh, it did
there.
hit the camera or the netting in behind or over top of the glass. So the play has been stopped and the draw moved outside the zone.
Well, Comcast has more HD than anyone and bundles to fit your needs. Watch local programming on demand. Comcast has a bundle for you. Call 1-888-4-BEST-TV.
Now the puck cleared to center ice. Might be 2-on-1. Flames have the chance. Here's Langkow putting it in front. It's how they score. What a pass to Mike Camilleri. Langkow put him right to the doorstep. Camilleri finished. That's his 40th goal of the year altogether. And the Flames are in front.
Well, the Blackhawks trying to be aggressive in the offensive zone. But Dave Boland's in great position. Watch where he is. Stop it right here. There's Boland. He pinches in. Now, two Blackhawks caught on Todd Bertuzzi, who made the play into the neutral zone. Langkow to Camilleri, the leading goal scorer for the Flames, gives the Flames an early goal in this third period. Boland was in great position, Pat, but he got too aggressive. And then as soon as Bertuzzi got the puck by the Blackhawk defenseman, it was a 2-on-1. They took advantage of it. Puck ends up in the back of the net.
All right, now the Flames, Conroy able to trickle it out to center ice. That type of thing, the odd man rush. I mean, I'm kind of one-handed for both teams. How many times it's happened tonight?
This is number 22, Demon Langkow, and number 7, Todd Bertuzzi.
Chalmerson sends it deep.
Calgary goal is first in the playoffs, scored by Camilleri, assisted by Langkow and Bertuzzi.
Flames Conroy touched it out to center and cleared into the Blackhawk zone. Didn't stay there long. Out comes Ladd, or Taves rather. He shot it in. Bufflin chasing in on Party. Austin Bufflin battles in the inboards. Vandermeer got to the puck, cleared it around and out. And a former teammate of Jim Vandermeer, Brent Seabrook, goes back to Duncan Keith. Paulson to drop this one back, and Keith takes over. Sammy Paulson able to get it deep. He's wanting a change, and now Vandermeer starts the Flames away. Damon Langkow made a fine assist on the lead goal. Bounced it in. Bertuzzi got to the puck, centered, and it just jumped away from Camilleri. Back come the Hawks. Brouwer going wide, takes a look and shoots. That's gobbled up. An easy save for Mika Kiprasov.
We go back to the goal, Pat, and the Hawks are in good position, and it's just that recognition of knowing what's going on. Here's the pinch. Now watch what ends up happening. Dave Boland will come in, and what ends up happening? The 2-on-1 comes against Matt Walker. Barker's there. Nice play by Bertuzzi. Boland gets sucked in. Really, the 3-on-3 turns into a 2-on-1 from the red line in. And what a pass. No chance for Nikolai Khabibulin. And that telestration look brought to us by Sylvania.
All right, now Adrian Aucoin. Over to a Party's side to clear. It did eventually get out. Brouwer. Didn't get the puck very far that time. Now sends it forward. Glencross made a good pass, and now Conroy feathers it ahead for Glencross. He caught up with it, but Burish able to stay with him. Moss is checked by Barker in the corner. Now Troy Brouwer able to hoist this one out of the zone. And Adrian Aucoin takes over for the Flames.
One thing, Pat, I've noticed here in the third period, the Hawks haven't been getting in pucks deep. They've been trying to make soft little plays to get the puck in the offensive zone. They got to get the puck in deep, get their legs going, make the defensemen for Calgary play in their own zone. Nothing soft when you're dumping the puck in.
Flames put it deep into the Hawk end, but Seabrook able to steal. And we'll scoop it to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Taves, walking in, he shoots. Big save by Kiprasov. Keith picked it up. Now Seabrook. Brent Seabrook takes a look. Dropped it to Duncan Keith. His long shot blocked nicely by Bork. Taken by Taves. Taves is checked. Flames take it away, get it out. Now back comes Keith. Rister goes wide to Boland. Keith from the inboard threw it in front. Dave Boland with a little bit behind him. And Bertuzzi shot it the other way. And it's going to be played by Campbell. Now Duncan Keith. His bank pass Hit the Camilleri and went out of play. And we have 12.5 remaining in regulation. Calgary in front of Chicago 2-1.
When 21 leading vodkas were judged in an independent blind tasting by the New York Times, which vodka was voted the hands-down favorite? Clearly, Smirnoff. Please drink responsibly.
What's your idea of financial security?
Financial security.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Retire when I want.
The wedding of my dreams.
Your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have and plan for the future.
Peace of mind.
At Country Financial, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Announcing the Ford Advantage Plan, a better plan to get you into a built Ford Tough truck. While others say there's no credit available, Ford Credit says there is. Check for pre-approval at FordVehicles.com. And if you lose your paycheck, Ford will make your payments for up to 12 months. Quality, credit, and payment protection. That's the Ford Advantage Plan.
Get a Ford F-150 with 0% financing or $4,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash. And if you lose your paycheck, Ford will make your payments for up to 12 months.
The perfect pomegranate martini in every pour. Clearly delicious. Clearly Smirnoff. Enjoy responsibly.
Well, attention hockey players. The new Chicago Blackhawks youth hockey camp, supported by Athletico and Comcast Sportsnet, will be visiting local rinks this summer. Camps include on-ice skill development and current Blackhawk players at every camp. For more info, check out the youth hockey section at chicagoblackhawks.com. Time now for our Ford great save, and there's been a bunch, but a timely one by Mika Kiprasov. Jonathan Toews on that one, Pat. He stayed up. He stayed up on that opportunity for Jonathan Toews. So again, getting him moving. He was able to plan himself there. If Toews maybe goes down a little deeper, Pat, and then he has to readjust himself.
Versteeg's wrister kicked aside by Kiprasov. Havlat goes down low. In behind Bolin. Back for Havlat. Anders Eriksson chipped it up the boards. Seabrook got to it, brings it back around. Now Bolin is pushed off the play, but it's taken by Havlat to Keith to Seabrook. Looking back toward Duncan Keith, but it goes out of the Calgary end of the ice. Once you're changing on that dump in, so a coin will get it out easily. Bertuzzi able to bang it in. Campbell back. Now Keith. Tries a long pass. It jumped away from Ladd. Kiprasov goes high off the glass. Conroy Lenkow did not get it out. Hjalmarsson trying to keep this in. But it's taken back by Phaneuf. Phaneuf. Finally gets the breakout underway. It's cleared in Chicago ice. Hjalmarsson. Head for Paulson, tipping it in there. Vandermeer, a good backhand pass, but the play broken up momentarily by Paulson. Eventually it does dribble back out to the neutral area. Bufflin giving some ground. Now Barker. And Barker has the Blackhawk goal. A little problem here with Glenncross, but finally it's dumped in by Bufflin. Greg Conroy fires it off the boards and out of the zone. And expect a lot of that from the Flames here the last 10 minutes of the third with a 1-goal lead. They don't have a wide open pass. It's going high off the glass. Seabrook pounds it ahead. All right, now Sharp sends it in. Kane couldn't reach it. Hawks need to reorganize at center. Bork with a near steal. Seabrook made a good play to jam it loose and Toews. Kane heading for the net. Now Sharp tees up along one. Well wide. And in Cork hacked it out of there. Hawks changing as Keith starts back. A big hit separated Burrish from the puck. And Glencross hit it to Leopold. He couldn't get it beyond Campbell. Leopold battling in the corner, then he's hit hard in behind the goal. As Nystrom works along the board. And in behind is Burrish trying to center. Nobody near the front of the net that time for Chicago. Now the Flames safely get out of their end. They're just out of the reach of Nystrom. He bothers Chalmerson though, but Chalmerson able to hang on. Yeah. Campbell into the zone for Bolin. Pulls up. Where's the help? Who's the late man? It's Parker with a shot. Oh, Kiprasov! What a stop on Chris Versteeg with a glorious rebound. 8.5 remain, and the Flames are in the lead because Kiprasov, a huge stop on Versteeg.
Toyota introduced the technologically advanced Prius Hybrid and created a phenomenon. In fact, it took us by surprise. It became the car for everyone. Find the right Prius for you. Get a special lease on a new Prius for $239 a month for 36 months, or choose $1,000 in customer cash. Prius has the highest EPA-rated combined fuel economy of any vehicle. Test drive America's most fuel-efficient car today.
Good idea here, shot by Cam Barker. Look where Chris Versteeg goes. Gets to that area, and again, Blackhawk players that get second opportunities on Kiprasov, you gotta think upstairs. Throw your hands, throw your wrist at the crossbar. Second chance opportunities, he's down, elevation. You're gonna get rewarded.
Leopold puts it up in the corner, flipped it around to Phaneuf. Moss is checked by Barker. And the Hawks try to hold it in. Taves was taken down, then Kane picked it up. Stick handed beautifully around Glencross. Dropped it to Campbell. Here's a wide open Barker. He'll bring it. No, waits now. Lets her go. Kiprasov saw it all the way. Take a look back to the 1994 series between the Blackhawks and the Flames, and a thrilling finish to one of those Blackhawk victories with Jeremy Roenick scoring with .08 left in the game to send it to OT. And Joe Murphy gets the game winner.
Who's in goal there for Calgary? Is that Rick Tabaracci?
I think it was.
Oh, that is a blast from the past.
8 minutes remaining here in the third. Now the Flames steal a Hawk clearing attempt. But a good check by Ladd, able to knock his man off the puck. And back at center ice, Iginla. His dump in hit a leg and goes out of play. Jerome Iginla, you know, we mentioned earlier that Mike Camilleri, who has the lead goal, led the Flames in goals this year. That's the first Calgary player, other than Jerome Iginla, to lead the Flames in goals in 9 years. He is, in fact, here's a little trivia. Who's the last guy, other than Iginla, to lead the Flames in goals? It happened in the 99-2000 season. There's a little hint, and I'll be shocked if you come up with it. All right, here's, I sure as heck didn't know. I had to read it.
Hock and Lube.
Oh, good call.
Yeah?
You're not far off, no. Close.
I was excited. I was like, oh, I won the 50-50. Or we, I should say we, partner.
Here's a Brouwer putting it down low for Versteeg. Grabbed by Party, and the Flames get the puck, but Buffalo tries to keep it in. And then eventually it's cleared out of the zone.
Big changes here by the Calgary Flames. Almost 15-20 seconds back there, making those changes.
That's an offside play as Glenn Cross touched the puck with a teammate still in the end. The answer to the question is the last guy other than Iginla to lead the Flames in goals was Valerie Bourne, of all people. I like the Hoke and Lube.
Yeah.
A nice one.
That's what I got to do to my oil tomorrow. I got to change have an oil change now. Have a Hock and Lube.
Well, the Hawks need a little lube job on their offense here. They have had 7 shots so far here in the third period in the first 13 minutes. But need to light the lamp once more against Mika Kiprasov, who had more wins than any other goaltender in the league this season. 45 victories for Kiprasov, which we mentioned earlier is within 3 of the all-time record. Marty Brodeur once won 48 games. No goalie's ever won more than that. So Kiprasov, you could put the season he put together in terms of a very high standards in NHL history.
You wonder, Pat, if it ever going to catch up with them over a long playoff run, playing that many games. I think somewhere along the line it will.
A shot by Taves deflected. He couldn't quite reach the rebound. Seabrook did to Taves. Now Kane spins off a check. Tried to center, never got it to Taves. And Bourque acted up the boards. Keith kept it in. With the Flames. Well, anytime the Hawks, the boards have been shut off here by Calgary in their zone. Virtually every time the Hawks have tried to put it up the wall, the Calgary player is hugging up against the boards. Here's Kane back in. His backhander is wide. Bertuzzi couldn't reach it. And Keith able to keep it in.
If that happens, Pat, then you got to make sure that as soon as you get it, you got to direct it to the net or off the side of the net if they are taking away the boards. And expect pressure. Anytime that there's any hesitation at all with the puck going up to the defense icing here coming up against the Hawks, they will not be able to make a change. Is that as soon as you get it, it's got to be fired towards that man right there, Mika Kiprasov.
Well, Duncan Keith in particular, who made that pass, wanted to get off the ice here, and of course that doesn't happen with 6 minutes remaining in the third and a 2-1 Calgary lead. So Bolin will go for a big draw here against Conroy. David Bolin against the Flames before this game started was 32 and 36 in faceoffs in the 4-game series. He's able to get the Hawks able to get this draw though, and here comes Ladd. He has Bolin with him. The pass deflected. Nice play by Adrian Aucoin, getting in the passing lane. Now Bolin counts it in deep. And Glenn Cross jammed the loose, stolen by Havlat. He shoots, makes it, he scores! Marty Havlat got his own rebound, and we're tied at 2.
Well, a great effort here by Marty Havlat. Blackhawk defenseman Cam Barker pinches in. Look at the effort by Havlat. Follow through. There are 3 Calgary Flame players right in front of the net. Everybody looking for the puck instead of tying up Havlat. But stick on the ice, beats Mika Kiprasov. But Cam Barker, I don't know if he's going to get an assist, Pat, but he pinched down to keep the play alive. It took a favorable bounce because Havlat was in a good position. Get the puck in it, a big rebound. And the Hawks with a huge goal by Marty Havlat, tie it up at 2.
Plays up the boards for Versteeg. Chipped it to center where Paulson was hit hard by Phaneuf. McGinley made a good pass, and Bork was checked, fights through it to the corner, but his pass deflecting out of play. We are down to 5 minutes remaining in regulation. An unassisted tally by the Hawks, 24, ties it at 2.
See all the ways we're here to help at harrisbankhelps.com.
More than 100,000 people are currently waiting for organ and tissue donations. Sadly, many of them will continue to wait, if they can. You can improve the quality of life for more than 25 people and their loved ones.
Well, I'm here with my family because of a donor. Are you a donor?
It's up to you. Join the Illinois Secretary of State's Organ Tissue Donor Registry. Call 800-210-2106 or visit lifegoeson.com.
Nice car. Not so nice scratch. Wouldn't it be nice if removing ugly scratches from your car was this easy? Now with new Finish Scratch Doctor, removing surface scratches is easy. In fact, independent laboratory tests have proven Scratch Doctor to be the best scratch remover available. Scratch Doctor with advanced microtechnology also removes paint scrapes, scuffs, haze, and swirl marks. So get Scratch Doctor.
#1 rated Scratch Doctor available at Pep Boys, Ace, Walgreens, Target, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
Havlat, the drive, he scored, what a shot! The Havlat to Keith, the Havlat to Keith, the Havlat, they scored! Oh, he gave it and gave and gave it and gave and gave it and gave again! 2-1, that was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire television timeout, 22,000 plus in the United Center, standing, cheering, and for the second time they've picked up the Let's Go Hawks cheer. It's been great. They are thrilled, and they have been treated to a terrific hockey game. As the puck here was knocked down with a high stick. You know, let's take a look back at what was going on while you were watching commercials.
As one. Everybody stood cheering. Nothing like it. And trust me, sitting on that bench, you hear it, and you know.
Well, I'm glad you asked Mike Hamill the question you did. He certainly acknowledged that that's something coaches can use and players are motivated by. Make no mistake. A lot of athletes want to tell you, you know, they don't hear what's going on in the stands. No, it's not that way. All right, here's McGinley in deep, working against Bolin. Into the corner goes Bork. Goes back for McGinley, now Jokinen. Jokinen looks in front center. And a save by Javi Bulin. A wonderful chance. Point blank. And Nikolai Javi Bulin with the trapper.
A little different look for Joel Quenneville, going back to the checking line to use the majority of the season. Bolin, Havlat, and Ladd with Keith and Seabrook on the Jokinen McGinley, and there's Jerome McGinley in between four Blackhawk defenders right in front. And look at the glove by Javi Bulin. Down, lots of room upstairs. McGinley not able to elevate. Remember that stop by Nikolai Javi Bulin.
A game-saving stop, at least for the moment, and the Hawks now try to get out. Dumped in there by Paulson. Now the Flames, Bertuzzi. Bounced it deep. Walker back against Camilleri. Now Bertuzzi got to it. His pass off a skate. Will be chased down by Barker. He threw it away. Bertuzzi couldn't get it to the front of the net. Now tries. Oh, Camilleri a whiff. It was a hot pass. Camilleri couldn't control it cleanly. Bufflin into the zone, trying to squeeze to the net, but the puck escaped him. Eriksson tried to clear it. It deflects high to the air to a coin. His stick was lifted. Steal, Tave for Sharp. He waits. Now Kane, the drive. Good block out in front, and it goes out of play.
right, that last block for the Calgary Flames was Curtis Glencross. He's had about 3 or 4 here tonight, Pat. A real strong game, but an opportunity. Todd Bertuzzi just throws the puck to the front of the net, and it's Michael Camilleri. If you're Calgary, that's the guy that you want to have the puck on his stick. Goal scorer tonight in the leading.
Patrick Sharp off a faceoff that was bouncing, had a hack. He made contact but missed the net. Moss to the other end was stripped of it, and Taves pushed it into Calgary ice. Leopold pursued by Sharp. Lord Leopold, nice skating maneuver, and Moss bangs it to center ice. Into the zone, Phaneuf going wide on Campbell. In behind it goes. The goal comes off the moorings. Here's the stop shot. Oh, Javi Bullock able to get back to make the save. Kane to the other end. The spinorama now trying to buy some time. The late man is Seabrook. And that shot appeared to be blocked. And it's cleared back to center ice. The Ginla on right wing. His shot deflected way out of play.
Well, how quickly things can happen. Looks like a face-off win for Calgary, and next thing you know, Patrick Sharp is right there. Goes between the legs of Dion Phaneuf, the defenseman, and then right past that right post.
All right, 2.5 remaining in the third. Pretty close to overtime right now. Now Seabrook for Keith. Up the boards, Boland. Is rink wide on the money. There's Havlat. Ladd to the net. The feather pass just jammed away by Kiprusoff. Ladd trying to get it toward the middle, but good coverage for the Flames. And back goes Keith. Fires on a long pass, and Ladd tapped it in. The Hawks want to change. Camilleri cleared it for Bertuzzi, but it missed him. Barker had a problem with Bertuzzi, who knocked it loose. Good recovery by Walker to get to it. They work the boards, and Adam Burish down low to Cam Barker. Eager tapped it in. Erickson had to turn quickly and did, and unable to get it out. Support there from Langkow.
Look who's on the ice. Brouwer, Eager, Bufflin out there right now. We just had Walker and Barker out on the ice. You got Keith and Seabrook on the back end right now.
Eager trying to catch him in a change. Shot is blocked. And the Flames get it out. Moss fires a long pass. Grant Glencross chasing center. Oh, deflected off the leg just wide. Now came in front. And it's held in by the Flames. Phaneuf turns in deep against Paulson, tried to slip it in front. Picked off by Bufflin, counting out into the final minute.
1 minute.
In need of a change, but Bufflin failed to get it deep. This will be an offside play, though. If Phaneuf touches it, he let it go. He had gotten tangled up deep in the Hawk zone. Here's Kane with Sharp to the net. Kane a backhander to Ciprian Sharp. And he's taken down as Kiprusoff makes the save. And I think it's going to take an awful lot to get a penalty here.
That's Patrick Sharp again, going hard to the net, crashing into Mika Kiprusoff. Good quick up by the Hawks. Duncan Keith to Patrick Kane. Nice reception there. Just throw it to the net. You never know. And then Dion Phaneuf was tangled up at the other end, Pat, with Sammy Paulson. Right at the end there, a little shot of the blocker by Mika Kiprusoff. Good idea there just to get the puck to the net.
Timeout here from the Calgary Flames, which lets us update you on the U.S. Cellular text question tonight. The unsung hero? Well, Chris Versteeg nearly was a few minutes ago when he had a wonderful rebound chance. Final answers will be on the postgame show. And it may be a while before the postgame show takes place. We're in overtime now for all intents and purposes. 42 seconds remaining in regulation. And next goal wins. That's basically where we stand. So Jonathan Taves, who in the 4 games in the regular season against Calgary, in the faceoff circle, he was 38 and 24. was 5-3 for the first 2 periods in the game tonight. He goes in there and wins the draw. Here's Keith Bolin with a long shot that's blocked. Bolin rolled it toward the middle. Flames able to jam it loose, but not out. Bolin tries again. Kippers on a rebound, just away from Taves. And Iginla out. Jerome Iginla floats one toward the net. Gloved by Seabrook, and you can do that in your defensive zone. Here comes Taves. Trying to fight in against Phaneuf. Taves drops it back to Keith. Seabrook now. Centered, Bolin wide open. Walk, shoots, save, Kiprusoff. Rebound, Taves. He could get it to the net, and we will go to extra time. David Bolin, I think, was even surprised at how much space he had. A wonderful chance. He had time to take a look. But Kiprusoff able to send it to overtime.
And I think the reason for that, Pat, is that the Calgary Flames were mesmerized. Everything was over on the right side. What a pass by Brent Seabrook. Look who's in front. Marty Havlat tying up Jordan Leopold. That opened up the seam. And the opportunity there for Davey Bolin. Lots of time, walk in, and looks like that never even got to Mika Kiprusoff with the shot blocked by Jordan Leopold. Well, this is what it's all about. Overtime in the playoffs.
Well, in the third period, the Hawks outshoot the Flames 12-4. And so the totals in the game, 27 Chicago shots, 25 Calgary shots on a festive night here on West Madison Street. 60 minutes have not been enough. We'll go to OT. The Hawks and the Flames tied at 2.
Saturday night, it's Game 2 on the West Side as Brian Campbell and the Blackhawks look to extinguish Jerome Iginla and the Calgary Flames. Coverage starts at 7 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live. Blackhawks, Flames, Game 2. Saturday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
What's your idea of financial security?
Financial security. Just protecting the roof over my head.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Retiring when I want to.
Your Country Financial representative can provide you with a tangible plan to protect what you have and plan for the future.
Some kind of safety net for my family.
At Country Financial, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Right now, you can get 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5.95. It's our delicious, freshly sliced classic roast beef piled high on a hot toasted bun. Stop by today and pick up 5 Arby's regulars for the amazing price of just $5.95. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Marty Havlat's 15th career Stanley Cup playoff goal, the equalizer in the third period. 2-2 as we head to overtime. Pat Boyle back at our Comcast Sportsnet studios. Welcome to Sports Night Intermission Live, brought to you by Sylvania. We'll break down all the third period action for you in just a bit with Josh and Steve and get you ready for overtime. But first, highlights from elsewhere in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Blue Jackets and Wings going at it at the Joe. Second period, still no score. Yuri Hudler lights the lamp, makes it 1-0 Wings. Still in the second, Wings with a man advantage up 2-1. Nicholas Cromwell fires one in. 3-1 Detroit. Third period, Detroit up 2. Henrik Zetterberg to Johan Franzen. Wings rolling. They take game 1 of that series. 4-1 is your final. Our poll question is up and running. Who knows when we'll answer it on the postgame show. Who will be the Blackhawks' unsung hero in this series? Dave Bolin, Andrew Ladd, Christopher Stieg, Brent Seabrook, or other. Log on to csnchicago.com. We'll have the results later tonight. Coming up next, Josh and Steve will break down the third period as we get set for overtime. Marty Havlet, the equalizer in the third. You are watching Stanley Cup playoff hockey on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd from Binny's Beverage Depot. If you love wine, spirits, and beer, there's only one place to shop. For the biggest selection in the world and the guaranteed lowest prices. Binny's Beverage Depot. Just come on in. Seeing is believing.
When you see all the detail, you see the game come alive like never before. The Sylvania HD LCD TV, available at these stores.
See all the ways we're here to help at harrisbankhelps.com.
Do you realize how many times a day you change your mind? So, why should it be such a big deal to change your mind about your calling plan? At US Cellular, you can change your plan whenever you want, without ever extending your contract. US Cellular. Believe in something better.
Where's the best place to buy wine, spirits, and craft beers? Binny's Beverage Depot's 21 superstores, of course. Shop Binny's Beverage Depot for the guaranteed lowest prices on every bottle, every day.
Time now for Binny's Beverage Depot Intermission Live.
Well, it's been so long since we've had the playoffs in Chicago. We thought we'd give you a little extra time in the first game here. Marty Havlet, the equalizer. Hawks and Flames tied at 2 after regulation. Welcome back to Binny's Beverage Depot Intermission Live. Steve Conroy, Josh Mora. Big relief for the Hawks there because they were outplayed through the first 40 minutes, rallied there, especially in the second half of that third period.
Yeah, started to use their speed a lot more, and it was good to see because you could see the clear difference in the speed of the two teams. They started to get some great chances, and yeah, you got to hand to them. A young team, they hung in there, and they got the tying goal.
Okay, full highlights of all the goals coming up when we send you back to the United Center, but let's show you that last flurry there at the end. The Hawks almost made it so they didn't have to go play in overtime. Interesting that you had Dave Boland out with Jonathan Taves and Marty Havlet. An interesting threesome, probably for the face-off, but they got a couple of good chances, especially Boland. Probably want to see him shoot that puck there, right?
Yeah, you know, he got it right away, and I was hoping he'd shoot it right away because Kiprusoff was not set. He did get set. You see him make the save, even though there was traffic in front. But Kiprusoff, one of those guys, when he's moving side to side, there's holes in his body, and might have been able to find a spot between his legs.
All right, the big shots for the Blackhawks in the period 12-4. They've taken the lead on the game. They've also started to control the face-offs there at the end. All right, Steve, now we talk about, and we have talked about leading up to this series, games swing on plays. Series swing on the plays which swing the game. Here's the situation. Whoever wins this game, especially if it goes deep, it's going to be a big advantage to that team now.
Well, and especially if it's the Calgary Flames, because they steal one in Chicago, and then they've got the momentum. They've got Game 2 here coming up on Saturday. So, yeah, it's not a must-win for the Chicago Blackhawks, but because they're young, this is a very important overtime.
On the other hand, this was a game the Flames controlled. If the Hawks sneak out of it with the win, maybe they're feeling like that was our best chance. All right, we're going to be with you throughout the rest of the night, hopefully back with winning highlights. We'll send you back to the United Center, and Eddie and Pat for overtime between the Hawks and Flames in Game 1, tied at 2 after 60 minutes.
When 21 leading vodkas were judged in an independent blind tasting by the New York Times, which vodka was voted the hands-down favorite? Clearly, Smirnoff. Please drink responsibly.
Do you two want to sit together?
No, that's just the money I could be saving with Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's the money you could be saving with Geico. You were made for each other. You like money, he likes money. Well, he is money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Dames en heren, we gaan beginnen!
Exceptionally brewed for a taste that's pure Amsterdam. Amstel Light, one damn good beer.
The perfect pomegranate martini in every pour. Clearly delicious. Clearly Smirnoff. Enjoy responsibly.
In the third intermission. You don't hear that very often in NHL hockey, but you certainly do in the postseason. That's where we are now. The Blackhawks and the Calgary Flames tied it 2 after 60 minutes of play. Glad to have you hanging around with us. It's going to be a thrilling finish, as playoff hockey often can be. Blackhawks, I think it was evident, there were some nerves early in this game. Calgary had a real good first period. They were able to grab the lead.
Yeah, I think that when you talk about heading into playoff hockey, Pat, you want to do the things that you do best. And I think for the Blackhawks, it's puck possession, push the pace. But, yeah, there was some nerves. But I think a lot of it has to do with the way the Calgary Flames played. And I think they were really good early in this game and through the middle part. And then the Hawks, got some momentum in that second period when Cam Barker scored. But it was the Calgary Flames who got on the board first. And, it's difficult to play from behind come playoff time. And the Calgary Flames get an opportunity here. Craig Conroy goes hard to the net. David Moss goes to the front of the net, stops in front, scores his first goal of the playoffs and beats Nikolai Hobby-Bullen. But here's the goal by Cam Barker. Nice shot block initially by Eric Nystrom. A little bit of a screen by Anders Eriksson to make it 1-1. Third period, 2-on-1, Damon Langkow to Michael Camilleri, the leading goal scorer for the Flames. Gives them a 2-1 lead, and then watch the effort here by Marty Havlat. Big rebound, 3 Calgary Flames around them. Doesn't matter, ties it up in 2. Headed to overtime.
And here's the update on the stats. Look what the Blackhawks did in the third period. The longer this game has gone, the better the home team has gotten. They only allowed 4 shots on goal for Calgary. And look at the hit total. Are you kidding me? 62 hits so far in the hockey game. And I think you can expect that to be happening throughout the course of this series. 2 longtime foes that gear it up here in game 1, and it's like it was when your mom was calling you in for dinner. Next goal wins. Back with that in a moment.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't do commercials. It's not my thing.
Conan, this is different. It's a ton of money, and it's only going to be seen in Sweden.
Only in Sweden?
All the Hollywood guys do this.
This one commercial couldn't hurt.
Vroom, vroom, der party starter.
Vroom, vroom, party starter.
That wasn't me.
Hey, Conan, vroom, vroom, party starter.
Party starter.
One word explains why Toyota owners love their cars. Quality. Quality is why Toyota has won more Best Car for the Money awards than any other manufacturer. Proof that Toyota quality saves money. Get $1,500 cash back on the legendary Camry, or $1,000 cash back on the amazingly fuel-efficient Prius. Or come in today for special deals on Corolla. Hurry, offers end May 4th. Toyota, a great way to keep moving forward.
I am the strength and you are the breath, and you will grow, become the best. And in your time, find blue skies everywhere.
For generations, families have built lasting traditions with the confidence that Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois will continue to be there for all the celebrations yet to come.
Find blue skies everywhere.
Call the flooring experts at Luna. Luna installs around your schedule, and they guarantee installation for life. With a low price guarantee and 2 rooms for the price of 1, there's no need to shop at a big box store.
773-202 Luna.
Saturday night, it's Game 2 on the West Side as Brian Campbell and the Blackhawks look to extinguish Jerome Iginlaw and the Calgary Flames. Coverage starts at 7 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live. Blackhawks, Flames, Game 2. Saturday night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back to the United Center where we head to overtime, and this is the first time the Hawks have had an overtime game since that day, April the 20th in 1997 against the Colorado Avalanche. And look what happened. Krivo, Sergei Krivokrasov on the drag move, able to beat the Hall of Famer Patrick Waugh. And that's the last time the Blackhawks scored an overtime goal. 12 years ago. And now the same scenario exists. Next goal wins. Next goal takes the lead in the series. Can the Blackhawks hold their home ice advantage? Can the Flames steal one on the road? Let's find out. Here's Leopold, whose rink wide is picked up by Bolin, stepping in, Ladd to the net. Bolin, the late man, Hamlet, the shot is 12 seconds into overtime. Marty Hamlet, who tied the game late, wins it early in the 4th period. You talk about happy humans? You've seen a few pictures of those over the last few seconds. Martin Havlat, who tied the game with 5.5 left in the 3rd, 12 seconds into overtime, has won it. And now the Hawks will gather at center ice to thank their fans for the greatest night of support they've had so far this season, which is saying something. Because the building has been full all year, it has been loud all year, but never louder than it was tonight. Well, Martin Havlat gets his 2nd goal of the game. Bolin and Ladd, I think, will get the helpers at the 12-second mark. They only have announced Bolin as an assister on the play. And it's time to pick up the 3-star selection.
With 1 goal and 1 assist, number 25, Cam Barker. The number 2 star of the game from Calgary, number 13, Mike Camilleri. And the number 1 star of the game from the Blackhawks with 2 playoff goals, including the game winner in overtime, number 24, Martin Havlat. Please direct your attention to the Blackhawks match where Moden is with tonight's number 1 star of the game, Martin Havlat.
Well, Martin, how does that roar sound?
Well, they've been great the whole season, and especially tonight.
Take us through the game winner. You guys must have wanted to stay here too long tonight.
It was great, great forecheck from Boley catching the puck, and even better pass after that. So I just shot it at the net.
And in order to be in that position, you had to do it in the 3rd period as well. That was a big second effort goal, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was the work of the whole line on that shift, and everybody was battling till the end, and that's why we won.
Was it could you tell it was a different type of atmosphere, intensity, a different type of speed here tonight than in the regular season?
For sure, it's always different than in the postseason, and it wasn't different tonight, and we battled hard, and we got a great first win.
Was there a little bit of an adjustment period early on because Calgary seemed to set the tone the first period and a half?
Well, they played a very strong game too, but like I said, everybody was battling till the end and staying in the game, and that's why we won.
I know the common answer is it's better than the alternative, but how good does this feel? How big is this?
It's always great to win, but like I said, it's just the first win, and there is a lot of hockey left.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Martin Havlat, your #1 star of the game. Let's send it back upstairs.
Thanks, Chris. And the Blackhawk and their fans celebrate the opening victory in Game 1 of this best of 7. And right after that puck went in the net, a big number 15 went onto the center ice scoreboard. That's the number of wins it would take to win the Stanley Cup.
Well, right off the bat, Pat, Calgary wins the faceoff. Jerome McGillen wins the faceoff. Dion Phaneuf has it. He goes D to D. Jordan Leopold has it. But look at the position. Great stick by Dave Bolland. Now, the Hawks have something. Stop it right here. Watch the play by Andrew Ladd. He goes hard to the net, and what's this allow? This allows Dave Bolland to get the puck to the eventual goal scorer. If Ladd stays to the outside on the perimeter, this play never happens. And then a quick shot, a little bit of bumping by Andrew Ladd on Mika Kiprusoff. But look at Ladd. He pulls the defense and the back checker, Olli Jokinen, towards the net. Olli Jokinen, Pat, probably should allowed Ladd. He should have turned over Ladd to his defenseman and then look for the trailer. If he does that, chances are Boland's got to shoot the puck. Havlat's not as wide open as he was, but give Andrew Ladd credit. He doesn't get an assist. What a pickoff by Boland. Ladd goes hard in the net, and Marty Havlat, 2 gigantic goals. And what a celebration at the end. That was a mass of red in that corner. There certainly was a red out, and everybody's going home happy tonight here at the United Center.
Playoffs, it doesn't get any better than Stanley Cup playoffs. By the way, the goal at the 12-second mark from Havlat ties the fastest overtime goal ever by a Blackhawk. Pitt Martin scored 12 seconds into a game in 1972. In 2009, Marty Havlat equals that mark with a goal 12 seconds into extra time. A thrilling Game 1 winds up with a 3-2 Chicago victory in OT. Game 2 is Saturday night. Hope you can join us for that here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Are you kidding me? Nice way
That's the way to do it. Get it done early.
Marty Havlat, the Hawks' most consistent offensive weapon this season, comes through with 2 goals tonight. Now 16 Stanley Cup playoff goals in his career. Not too bad.
Clutch performer.
Mark Shanowski, Pat Boyle back here. Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live is coming your way next, but stick around afterwards for a special playoff central version of Sports Night.
We'll take you live to the United Center for all kinds of post-game reaction. Chris Spoden will work the Hawks locker room. We'll hear from all of the key players. Plus, Josh and Steve will go overtime to help us break down the thrilling opening game of the series.
Meanwhile, the Bulls catch a huge break in the opening round against Boston. A pessimistic Doc Rivers weighs in on the health status of Kevin Garnett. We'll also hear from the Bulls as they get set to battle the Seas. That's all coming up on Playoff Central Sports Night.
But stay right where you are. A victorious edition of Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live with Josh Moore and Steve Conroy straight ahead.
This period of Blackhawks hockey is brought to you by Corona and Corona Light, official sponsors of the Timeout. Relax responsibly.
Sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Let the warm air melt these blues away.
Our goal is to grow playoff beards.
Chicago Blackhawks. One goal. For tickets, go to chicagoblackhawks.com.
My goal is to end old traditions and start some new ones.
Chicago Blackhawks. One goal. For tickets, go to chicagoblackhawks.com.
When you see all the detail, you see the game come alive like never before. The Sylvania HD LCD TV, available at these stores.
How does it feel to hear from someone you love? The unexpected call, silly text, or funny picture. And wouldn't it be great if it was free? Only US Cellular gives you free incoming calls, texts, and pics anytime from anyone. So nearly half the time you spend on the phone is free. US Cellular. Believe in something better.
Blackhawks hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago Mitsubishi dealers. Dex, wherever your customers are, Dex can take you there. Dex knows. Your Chicago area Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Comcast. Comcast has more HD choices, more than anyone. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV. And by your local Chicagoland Buick Pontiac GMC dealers. This is Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live.
I didn't even sit down, and it was over. And thank goodness for that. The fastest overtime goal in Blackhawks history, a tie anyway, for Marty Havlat. Game one of the Blackhawks, 3-2 in overtime over the Flames. Hey everyone, welcome to Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks postgame live. Steve Conroy, Josh Mora. That is the way to get things started, at least from a result standpoint. Second half of the game, the Blackhawks found their legs, and that's a big win for the Blackhawks, considering that Calgary controlled most of the first half, two-thirds of the game.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed. First off, you picked the eventual game-winning guy. You said that Marty Havlat was going to score. I took Dave Bolland.
You took Bolland, right.
He had a big part of that. But what's more impressive is, take a look at the Chicago Blackhawks. 11 players in the lineup, 11 of the skaters. This was their first NHL postseason play. What a great experience. You're right. They, basically had play dictated to them over the first 40 minutes. They started to get into it parts of the second and third period, and a huge goal by Marty Havlat to tie it late in that third period, and an unbelievable feeling in that dressing room right now.
And I can imagine what the pressure would have been on them if they had lost in this game. They don't. And it all started because in the first period, the Blackhawks were very tight, played a very poor period. Calgary completely controlled, out shooting them 10-4. The Flames were up 1-0 after a David Moss goal. So as we pick up tonight's highlights in the second period, as the Hawks were still struggling early, Curtis Glencross had a chance to make it 2-0, and Nikolai Hovey-Bulin with a big save there.
In the second period, he made a number of huge stops, thinking that it could have been 2-0. Instead, he kept it a one-goal game. And there you see the spot shot. That was a huge hit on Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane slowed it to get up from that was Rennie Bourque.
Yep.
Former teammate of Patrick Kane's last year.
He throws him into the board. Could have called him for holding there. I mean, he's got a pretty good grip around his shoulder, but not in the playoffs. Then 15 seconds later, Taves to Sharp, and a great glove save by Kiprusoff. That his best and the Hawks' best chance. But just under 7 minutes to go, Cam Barker gets 2 whacks and a pretty soft goal allowed by Kiprusoff, but Barker's first career playoff.
Yeah, by Kiprusoff Sanders, but great job by Barker to stay with it. It gets blocked, but he stays with that puck. You see Nystrom making the initial block, and then that second shot, watch him beat him on the stick side. He's not really screened. That's beyond Phaneuf, just off in front of him, but a huge goal by Barker.
Now, Patrick Kane had a half breakaway here. Dion Phaneuf, though, had the angle. Not a great chance, really, for Kane. Tied at 1 after 2, so we go to the third. We're going to see a good chance here with the puck taking a funny bounce off the end boards, but Kiprusoff is aware and smothers it. Could have hit him and gone in.
Yeah, watch from this angle, and he knows it's coming, so he gets out of the way. He stays where he was. It hits him in the back, maybe hits the back of his elbow and goes in.
All right, later in the period, Dave Bolland caught with a bad pinch and it leads to a 2-on-1 the other way. Steve, this is not the kind of goal you expect to see in the playoffs. Mike Camilleri in his first playoff game scores.
Yeah, not when it's 1-1. If you're trailing, I can see pinching in that situation. That's a perfect pass from Lanko, too, just feathering it over the stick of Walker, and it looked like the game-winning goal at the time.
It did, but a good chance here for the Blackhawks. Jonathan Taves corrals the loose puck 3-on-1. Kipper with the big save. And now, here it is, another goal you don't expect to see in the playoffs, but Marty Havlat with a great individual effort through 3 guys, gets the rebound, ties the game.
It's amazing, really, because Calgary had control of the puck and some nonchalant plays, really, just skating by. And then even after the initial shot, Havlat, and, give him credit, he went for his rebound, paid the price, but scores a big goal.
And it seemed to really shake up the Flames. It was all Hawks after that in the final 30 seconds. Dave Boland had a great chance. Maybe took a little too long to get rid of it. Kiprusoff back in position. But with that, we go to overtime. And I hope you weren't up getting yourself a sandwich because it lasted all of 12 seconds off the opening draw. Dave Boland to steal. Perfect drop pass for Marty Havlat. This is the guy who wanted to have the puck on his stick. Bingo, ball game. Hawks up 1-0.
Great hands by Boland to knock it out of the air, and then the presence of mind to get up ice and watch him skate up ice after he controls it. And watch him hang back, taking away the middle of the ice, picks it out of the air. It's Leopold trying to go cross ice, and then he just heads up ice, puts on the brakes, and take a good look at Marty Havlat. Doesn't have a lot of room, and there you see the illustration by Eddie. That's Andrew Ladd going to the net. Watch Boland bring it back to Havlat. Havlat doesn't have a lot of room here. You're going to get a guy sliding right in front of Marty Havlat right there. Somehow gets it through his legs, past Kiprusoff, and a very happy celebration. Chicago Blackhawk crew.
That's great because the crowd was loud all night, and especially there at the end. Interesting, too, as we look at the game stats, the Hawks obviously the only shot in the overtime, that Olli Jokinen and Jordan Leopold, the 2 guys the Flames picked up to bolster their postseason run, both of them who have not been very good over the last month, were on the ice for that game-winning goal by Marty Havlat. One other thought here. You notice that at the end of the game there, Marty Havlat was on with Dave Boland and Andrew Ladd. Now, those guys have not played together since about the end of March. But about halfway through the game, right before Cam Barker scored the first goal of the game for the Hawks, Joel Quenneville started to shake things up. He put Patrick Sharp with Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves, got that line back together, the Boland line, and it seemed to create some energy for the Hawks.
It really did, and I mentioned after the first period, it really seemed like the Iginla line was taking it to us. They had a couple of great shifts to start that first period, and they really dominated in that first period, and it was the Paulson line that was really responsible for them. So, yeah, in the game, and coaches do this all the time, they make some minor adjustments, and we saw that adjustment in the third period, the reuniting of Boland, of Havlat, and Ladd, and it certainly paid off some huge dividends there, especially in the overtime.
And interesting to note that in the 4 games in the regular season, those 2 lines matched up against each other quite a bit. And Iginla was -9, I think, in the 4-game series. Camilleri was playing with him at the time. He was -9, and he's on a separate line now. All right. We want you to know that we're going to take our first break here on Smirnoff Vodka Blackhawks Postgame Live. Let's show you what our poll question is tonight. We still want you to respond to this. CSNChicago.com. Our question was,